Hey, what's up, you guys? Ew! Ew, ew. Ew, what is all that? Oh. Basketball Jones! I got a basketball Jones!
Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Okay, here we go. Woo. The bomb! What the bomb?
Fantastic.
Ah, blew his toe off.
Come on, bud.
Taking that toe.
Get out of my fucking game! Whose house? Mira's house. Bitch, I run this city. But only consensually. Girl, you know I'm gonna ask for permission.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the FewTrueGamers podcast. I am Jacob, BestintheRealm Haunter. I am joined, as always, by Trollbeard. Trollbeard. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FewTrueGamers podcast. Don't mind that silence. I didn't have my mic muted. I am Jacob, BestintheRealm Haunter. I am joined, as always, by Trollbeard.
Howdy.
And I guess he's a special guest now, Blackbeard Bob.
Hey.
That's your whole title. I guess he's a special guest now.
I'm fine with that.
The artist formerly known as my real friend.
Man.
Damn.
I go away for a couple episodes and now I'm just a stranger.
Yeah. What have you done for me lately? No.
Well,
Jackson. What the hell?
I talked about taking your inch and a half, but...
Alright, let's go ahead and I'm going to play a little video about what we've been playing. Or not what we've been playing, but our weekly updates. Alright, and Bob, you've been playing RuneScape Mobile, yeah?
Yeah, so Old School RuneScape came out the 30th for mobile devices. If you've played Old School RuneScape before, it's exactly the same, just on your phone or tablet or whatever you want to play on, really.
It looks like there's a lot of stuff to accidentally click on.
You would think that, because I thought the same thing too, but it's not really that bad. Because I thought the same thing. I was like, man, I'm going to be clicking on the wrong thing, and the controls are going to be weird, but it actually works like super good.
So how do the controls work? Do you tap where you want your dude to go, or is it the little fake controller thing?
No, just how RuneScape was back in the day. You tap where you want to walk.
Okay.
So there's no like stupid fake joystick thing on your screen or nothing like that.
I like how there's just randomly a dude in a purple suit.
What?
A dude! There's a dude in a purple suit, like right above the window.
Yeah, multiple guys just wearing straight up like suit and tie purple.
This is why I need to be watching the stream.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's just a random dude in a little purple suit.
There's like a couple of them.
Yeah, this is like a beginner's guide to RuneScape Classic Mobile. Man, now I remember why I didn't play this game. It looks bad.
Oh, stop. Look how good it looks.
Where?
Like if the graphics don't look good.
Which
I mean,
part?
it looks like how dollar store Pop-Tarts taste.
Yes! Fucking nailed it.
If you're a fan of Old School RuneScape, you know what you're getting already.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm playing it right now.
I mean, if you're having fun, then more power to you. It's free.
Yep, still free.
Microtransaction? No, it wasn't a subscription?
There is an optional subscription, yeah.
What do you get with that?
So you get like members only quests, and there's some items that you can't use unless you're a member. Stuff like that.
Are those items you use a lot, or is it in-game stuff?
A mixture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing you can't play the game without.
Well, I mean, like in Star Wars: The Old Republic, there are items that would be nice to have, but they're behind the paywall.
Yeah, I mean, there's sets that are certainly nice to have, but honestly, I don't think I've ever bought a membership. So I've been playing since like 2006.
Right.
So clearly they're not that important.
Did you have to make a new character, or is this your old stuff?
So when they came out with the old school servers, I don't even remember what year that was, but a few years ago, you had to make a new character then. But if you already have a character on the old school servers, it just carries over.
That's cool.
So like I'm playing now on PC. If I log out right now and log in on my phone, I'll be exactly where I logged off.
That's very cool.
Yeah, they did a good job with it. And I don't know when it's coming, but they're working on bringing RuneScape 3 to mobile as well, for all you weirdos who want to play RuneScape 3.
Was this the newest one?
I was was there a RuneScape 2?
There was a RuneScape 2.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Like 2000, I don't know.
Some irrelevant
12?
year for some irrelevant game. No one cares.
Yeah.
They want RuneScape.
No. But yeah, they're working on bringing the newest RuneScape to mobile as well.
Me and you played a bunch of RuneScape 3. I can't play MMOs. They're just not for me.
Yeah, you don't like them. I really don't care much for MMOs much these days either, and I hate to say that. Like I was watching tidbits of BlizzCon stuff.
Yeah.
And I saw the new cinematic for WoW, and I was like, that's really cool, but it doesn't make me want to play. Like, as sad as that is, like I love the story. I'm interested in that, but I don't want to play.
That reminds me, there was a lot of reports about like massive purge of subscriptions after Battle for Azeroth.
Really?
Like it had a massive wave of people coming in.
Right. Is that normal though?
Well, no. Then exponentially larger than what had joined also stopped subscribing right after.
Yep, a lot of people were not happy with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of salty boys for many reasons of Blizzard. Some we'll get to later.
Oh yeah,
That is a fucking passionate fan base.
It is.
Unnecessarily so, I would argue, but they care a lot.
But again, that's something we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
Because speaking of Blizzard, I played a bunch more Destiny this week.
Activision. That's Activision.
It's
Activision Blizzard.
No, it's not Blizzard.
Actiblizzy.
It's Bungie.
It's Bungie, but Blizzard has a hand in it.
No, they don't. Just
All
stop.
Right. Anyways, played a bunch more Destiny this week. Did a bunch more Festival of the Lost stuff. It's fucking awesome. What they're showing here is the Cosmodrome from Destiny 1, because supposedly we're going back there very soon. There is a quest right now to avenge the Cryptarch from the Reef. And some people were upset because I guess they didn't play Destiny 1 or they didn't play and realize, like, there's quests in Destiny, I don't know if any other game does this, but they might, where the quest comes out and it's like, alright, this is what we're going to do this week, and once we get to, so many people doing it, the quest advances. Because this week we had to kill a bunch of bosses on the EDZ, and next week, or maybe, we don't even know when, there's going to be another part of the quest show up, and it's eventually we're going to get the Thunderlord. And hopefully, more than likely, we're going back to the Cosmodrome to get it. So yeah, I love that they're doing another long quest. I completed the Ace of Spades and the Chaperone. Those were a lot of fun. I like these quests. You really should give Destiny another shot, Bob.
Nope.
No?
Nope. Not interested.
Damn.
Like seeing that initial footage from original Destiny, really triggered some PTSD for me.
Hey, I was playing Destiny yesterday and was watching an old Joe Rogan podcast with Kevin Pereira from 3 or 4 years ago, and they were talking about the original Destiny. I was just like, what the fuck? Pretty good timing. But yeah, I think that's about it for Destiny. I started that quest. We did some stuff this week. Oh, they buffed the Malfeasance, which is an exotic that's extremely hard to get, but not very good. So they're trying to figure that shit out.
So like every other exotic.
I mean, most exotics are good. You haven't played Forsaken, bud.
Yeah, and for good reason.
They did announce that if you play Destiny 2 on Battle.net, you get it for free. You play it before the 18th. So that's cool.
But that only includes the base game, correct?
Yes.
Damn it.
But
Yeah, wait. No, I think the base game is free through the end of the month. It's just from like the 11th to the 18th you can try out Gambit.
No. The game is free until the 18th.
Yeah, and then if you get it in that time, you keep it for free.
Gambit is going to have a free week. Gambit, I think Gambit has a free week on 11th through the 18th, which I guess is just that whole thing now.
Yeah.
Which, Bob, Gambit's fucking fun. You should try it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to play. I have no desire to. I'm going to grind games I actually enjoy.
I think you would. We're not going to talk about it here, but I really think you would enjoy Forsaken.
No, I'm not even going to give it a chance. I gave Destiny 2 enough chances.
Alright. But, yeah, they give you the base game, and then if you purchase Forsaken for, I think it's $40, then you get the 2 DLCs and the expansion pack. Because it's all included in that now.
Yeah, I think all year one's included in the Forsaken.
That was smart that they did that. They're finally getting smart.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, no, it only took them like 4 years.
4 years, yeah. 4 years of making me a very angry person.
I think it's normal for Bungie to release a game, or at least with Destiny. They released
with
game.
Destiny. Let's not put this on old Bungie, because I played thousands of hours of Halo 1 through 3.
I mean, it's an evolving game. It happens a lot. It happened with Rainbow Six. It happened with The Division. It happens now. They release a game that's good, has stuff missing, and in a year, it's great.
But
here's my problem with it is, and why did they not just all the problems they had with Destiny 1 just fix them between 1 and 2? Why did they remove things? I guess
that's just how. That's why, man. There's all this talk about Destiny 3, and I even posted on Reddit today. I think I got a shitload of downvotes for whatever reason.
You probably posted on Destiny the game.
I did.
Yeah, well, that explains that.
But like, I'm kind of bummed out. Yeah, I'm at 0. Fuck off that Reddit. I'm kind of bummed out that there's all this talk about Destiny 3. Because it's like, I feel like I just got Destiny 2. It just got here.
No, they just made Destiny 2 enjoyable.
I enjoyed the fuck out of Destiny 2 until it hit that brick wall.
Yeah, we had fun playing it. I'm not going to say it wasn't a fun game.
Now they've just made the brick wall so you can jump over it.
Oh.
No, they made it so you can jump over that brick wall. And I don't even know that there's a brick wall exists anymore. Unless you literally have no life. Every week, I mean, I have to pick and choose the things that I do. Because there's just so much shit to do. And now there's even more to do because they have the Masterwork core system that people weren't too happy about. And they didn't change it, and I'm happy about that because you do have a sense of, like, this is my weapon, I made this thing better. Well, they did give us more opportunities to get them by giving the Spider some of his bosses drop enhancement cores for sure. And some of the random quests that you get from breaking down things give you enhancement cores for sure. So now we have a lot more sources of getting these cores. So that's good, and that's another thing that, like, okay, this week I'm going to work on enhancing all my weapons. You know, last week I was working on getting the Dreaming City stuff. This week I got to work on getting the Ikelos shotgun from Mars, and I got to enhance my weapons. So there's lots of good shit to do.
Take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm just like, I know it's not Bungie talking about Destiny 3, it's just a lot of rumors. And I know Destiny 3 exists. There's no way it doesn't exist.
I think they would be stupid to work on Destiny 3 so early.
Oh, they're working on it, just like they're working on the next Assassin's Creed, and they're working on
Maybe working on it was the term, but
there is a team of people
too early.
Right, and that's why I even said in my post, like, I know it's just rumors, like, Bungie's not saying anything, but I would like Bungie to come out and be like, listen, it's 3 years away, don't worry about it. Enjoy Destiny 2.
If you want my honest opinion, I don't think there ever should have been a Destiny 2.
I think it must have been something with the engine or with the coding or something that they had to revamp the game.
Well, if that's what it is, then that makes sense, but...
Well, because you gotta remember, the first Destiny was on the old consoles.
Right.
They was on 360, huh?
Right.
Yeah, it was 360 PS3.
Yeah.
And I did have somebody explain to me today, because I didn't understand, like, they said that Destiny has a 10-year contract, or Bungie has a 10-year contract with Activision. And that could be 3 to 4 years, or it was 3 years, I think, of Destiny, and then it might be 3 to 4 years of Destiny 2, or 5 years, and then so many years of Destiny 3, and I'm okay with that. I just, it's... When Destiny 3 starts up, I really want a reason that my Guardian is gone and I have to restart, because I feel like that didn't exist between 1 and 2. Other than the tower got blow up.
Yeah, like, that was their reason. Like, there was an explosion, and everybody in the entire universe was at the tower.
Yeah, and, like, all their weapons were there.
Right, like,
maybe we should rethink this.
There wasn't some random guy off on Mars somewhere? Like, are you sure?
Yeah, her name was Anna Bray.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. There's got to be something when Destiny 3 kicks off. Something like, turns out the whole time we've been using these weapons, they are the darkness. Or I don't know.
Turns out it was all a dream, and welcome back to Destiny 1.
It was me the whole time, Austin! Fucking Vince McMahon shows up.
Now kiss my ass.
That's right. Alright, that's enough Destiny talk.
That's Bungie next E3 when they announced Destiny 4. They said, "Fuck 3, we skipped it."
I was just gonna say they're just gonna skip 3. Like, we know you're not gonna like 3, so here's 4.
Yeah, we heard you guys were bad about Destiny 3, so here's Destiny 4.
Alright, so that's enough Destiny talk for me. Go ahead and talk about Fortnite. I'll take it now.
So,
or you guys are going to talk about Fortnite.
So, yeah, there's a new guy joining the fray. Probably not for long. Old Bob himself.
I didn't hate it as much as I did the first time I played it, so there's that.
Yeah,
it was fun. I enjoyed it.
There's been drastic improvements in the quality of life for the 2 platforms you've played it on since probably the last time you touched it.
You played on mobile and Switch?
Yeah. I haven't tried it on PC yet. Probably will at some point, though. Because I'm pretty horrible. Mobile's kind of easy until you get into some shit. And then I just don't have enough fingers to do what I need to do.
You don't on controllers either.
Yeah, you do.
No. Yeah,
I'm just bad.
I have enough fingers for controllers. They just don't work well with controllers. my hands wrap around a controller and they instantly forget how to be hands.
Yeah, like it's drastically better with updates as they've gone for controller users, but it's still like objectively better due to the fact that if for nothing else, not building like your gun selection. Oh, hey, I've got one button to go to the gun I want instead of having to scroll through a list.
Yeah.
So even though like the building has become insane, and there are like some absolute savages out there building.
Oh yeah, there's some people that I don't know how they do it.
Yeah,
I struggle to build a ramp. I actually tried to build like a continuous ramp fast the other day, and I built a floor. I couldn't even. I'm that bad.
Yeah, I've just stopped trying to use the building mechanics. I just shoot people.
Yeah, I play on squads, and I hope the other people can build because I can't.
That's probably a good idea.
Hope you boys brought your backpack, because I'm going to need you to carry me.
Right, yeah. I actually joined the squad on... it was on the Switch. We did alright. We got to, like, 6th. Something like that.
We should do a podcast Let's Play.
We can.
I'd be down
I
for
guess
it.
I'd be okay with that.
I mean, Troll's gonna have to carry us.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'm willing to do my best.
He's a strapping young lad. He can handle it.
I'm good at
Says-
shooting.
He says to the oldest guy.
Yeah, if you show me a guy that needs to die and I have a gun, he'll die.
Yeah, I can't even say that much.
I like the shooting mechanics of Fortnite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I enjoyed the game. I didn't care for it when I first tried it, like, at all. I was like, dude, fuck this. I'll play PUBG. And then I played it again, I don't know, what was this, a couple weeks ago? Maybe.
Yeah.
And, I was like, you know what? It's nice being able to properly use a door.
I think you can with PUBG now.
Really? They're not still like super laggy? Because they used to have the same problem that H1Z1 had. You click on a door, and unless you hit that 1 millimeter by 1 pixel square,
Yeah, I say
the
that.
door wasn't going to open.
I was playing on mobile, and it worked fine.
Well, hey, there's something to know about Fortnite for mobile. There's an option to automatically open doors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of automatic options you can use.
I know there's an automatic firing option that I use.
Well, there's automatic pickup weapons.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
There's automatic
I don't
open
like that.
doors.
Automatic pickup weapons.
Yeah,
Like, will
it
swap them.
It fills slots that are empty.
Okay,
It does not
gotcha.
like, so it's really handy for anybody to use
you-
it, even not mobile users, because if you have, say, like a stack of like mini shields, and you've got 2, they can stack up to 10. If I walk through somebody's loot and I'm running by, it'll automatically fill up my
Right.
stack of minis up until the max of 10.
That's
So I don't have to
nice.
stop and look at the loot. I just run through, and it fills up everything to the max.
PUBG Mobile has that as well.
Oh, do they? I
Yeah.
played PUBG Mobile when it first came out, and then...
I actually really
I was
enjoy
like-
PUBG Mobile.
What's that?
I actually really enjoy PUBG Mobile.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I enjoyed it, but then I never played it again. For
Yeah,
some
it's
reason. Not because I
odd to
didn't
think
enjoy it,
that
but...
for the average user experience, PUBG Mobile is probably the better platform.
I still prefer it on PC. I don't really have any problems on PC. I might with this laptop. But yeah, in general, I think PUBG Mobile... I think you probably didn't play it again, Bob, because I think you're probably like me where you don't play a lot of mobile games.
I don't.
Yeah. That's the only reason I don't play it more, because I played it on mobile and I was like, alright, that was good. I'm going to go play it on Xbox, which is a fucking mistake. We talked
you're
about
like,
that.
Hey, I don't like myself.
Whew, that
No,
game is
I
still
wouldn't.
bad.
I wouldn't play it on Xbox.
It
I
is
wouldn't.
impressively bad.
It really
Really?
is. And then Troll dropped a fucking bomb on me that was the 1.0 release.
Yeah, like he went back to play it, and it's hit 1.0 like middle of the year for Xbox. And he's like, it's still no, that is a 1.0 release.
Yeah, that's the full game now.
That's
There you go.
wild.
Like he lost his breath for a second. He was speechless. Like, are you kidding me?
Like as much as like I will talk shit about Fortnite and mostly in a joking way, I don't think the game has ever ran like shit, has it?
No, there's been certain patches
Yeah.
for certain platforms that, for whatever reason,
Usually
like-
Epic's like on that shit and fixes it.
yeah. So that's one thing. One of the things we'll talk about is a patch they rolled out and just rolled back. Their whole like tool system, they can flip back the entire patch
Right, hit the whoops button.
without without you having to download a different version. They could just send you the kill switch to basically revert to the previous game files, and then you update later to fix whatever that problem was.
Right.
But or in the case of the thing we'll talk about here in a bit, they can revert individual aspects of the patch. So the thing everybody just got all their fucking panties wadded up about was, so from beginning of this game, so like the first 2 wins I had in Fortnite were the last day of it being in early access for founders that had bought Save the World. So I'd played it for like an entire week figuring out how the game works, got my first 2 wins that last day right before the next day they released it, and then it blew up and became this crazy thing. So explosives have always been useful. So the last patch where they added balloons, which balloons are just fun and cool. Like they're dumb, but they're amazing.
I haven't had a chance to use the balloons yet.
Because you can like pop out enough balloons to, you know, just make it to where you have like moon jumping, or load up a whole bunch and fly into the air. So you have the option to individually let go of balloons to speed up or, you know, raise higher. But anyway, with this update, they also enabled 25% of your explosive damage would now go through walls and the environment. Nice. So that just immediately punished you for even being shot at with explosives. Like, the only counter to taking damage from explosives was to kill the guy before they ever shot, or run away immediately, because building was not going to guarantee you would survive.
Right.
So everybody was immediately salty, because that just threw the entire fucking flow of how everyone has played Fortnite for an entire year off with no legitimate count.
Yeah, what's even the thought process behind that? That's weird. Like that, I
don't know. There's been some odd changes they've tried out, because so the accessibility of Fortnite is always going to be its downfall as a competitive game. I've said that again, and I'll say it always. It's like, the more platforms you make this available on, the less likely... Yeah, for free. Like, all those different forms of input, all those different, you know, levels of performance. Like, at TwitchCon, they had a, you know, big tournament for people. A lot of streamers, a lot of well-known players. And everybody was complaining before TwitchCon, because they announced up front, like, hey, here are the settings you're going to be stuck playing on, and you're going to have to use this equipment provided by Logitech. So people were already mad that they couldn't use their own shit.
Yeah,
and
that would
also,
aggravate me.
95% of the people were mad because everybody who plays on PC turns off shadows.
Why
if I'm playing on any other platform than PC, guess what's on by default? Shadows. So they were trying to make parity as far as the experience, because they do have like insane, like, savages on controllers in these tournaments participating, and these guys are having to look into dark corners and make out whether or not a person's hiding in there, as opposed to the guys on PC that can immediately know, like, hey, there's a guy right there, because there's no shadows.
Oh, okay. I see what you're getting at.
So,
I didn't know you could turn that on and off.
Like, on PC, yeah, it's just an option. Bam. Like, there are guys on PUBG, bam, turn it off. Like, it's one of those settings that for every competitive game I've ever known on PC, they immediately turn off everything they can that isn't just the raw, like, framework of the game. Like,
well, yeah, like in PUBG, you turn off, like, the foliage or whatever.
Yeah. There was a point in time early on in Fortnite with like the early stages of their crossplay, because from day one you could crossplay between PC and PS4, Xbox and PS4, or Xbox and PC. But the issue was, when you did like those cross-platform lobbies on old Fortnite, you know, way back in the day when people were still figuring out the game, a valid strategy was people hiding in the bushes.
Right.
So on certain platforms for like a couple weeks, the bushes rendered in different locations for different platforms.
Oh.
So all of a sudden you'd be sitting out there in the little field, and someone would just stop and look at you like, what is this fucking idiot doing? And then you just get beamed out of nowhere with a sniper shot.
Damn.
And you'd be like, how the hell did he see me? And then he realized, like, guys were, like, playing together with some of their friends, and they intentionally, like, stream sniped each other, essentially, to test this out.
Right.
So, like, two guys were on, like, an Xbox and a PC, and the other two guys were on an Xbox and PC. They queued up at the same time and realized they got in each other's lobby. And then, yeah, they said, hey, let's meet over here. You hide in this bush, I'll hide in this bush. So these guys are both just looking at each other, standing out in the open. Whereas on their screen, they were hiding in a bush. So they fixed that. But yeah, so there's always going to be those weird little hiccups of strange things happening. So Shadows, I think they haven't implemented day-night cycles in a while on Fortnite. So when Fortnite first came out, like, it progressed through day and night throughout a match.
Oh, really?
So then when Shadows were a thing that you had to go into an INI file on PC to turn off originally, like, at nighttime, some of the skins that are, like, darker colors, it's nighttime, it's dark, shadows are coming through the window, and there's a guy in a dark corner wearing a dark skin with shadows covering him. You'd be like, well, I just saw that Black Knight right there hiding. I ran past him, looked straight at him as I turned, and all of a sudden as I turned away, he shotgunned me in the face and I died. Because I literally couldn't see him. So yeah, a lot of people complained about that. And, but again, like, the multiple platforms, trying to, you know, make a product for everybody is going to make a game that, you know, at its peak, unless you immediately disqualify a lot of those platforms, can't be a competitive sport. And that's not getting into the argument of whether or not esports are actually sports.
Right.
Well,
But,
that sounds, they would just have to do Xbox or make console versus console and PC versus PC. But
yeah, because as is right now, they mix the platforms.
Right. That's an unnecessary amount of money just to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think at TwitchCon they even had, like, a guy playing on mobile, and he, you know, did as well as he could.
Right.
It's one of those things where they don't want to discourage anybody, and it's gonna, like, that's gonna be, like, its greatest strength for casual audiences. But this patch that happened, that they rolled back immediately, like, the next day with the damage, because see, the thing is, like, it applied through the environment. So, like, even if I jump behind a car or I jump behind a rock that you can't break, if I was within the blast radius of that, you know, rocket, I took 25% of the damage. So it's not even like, you know, traditional shooters or anything where, you know, you get behind cover, you're safe. Like, no place was safe from an explosion going on. And it was fucking stupid, and everybody lost their shit. They've been making weird compromises and changes to potentially, like, de-emphasize building, and that's, you know, obviously targeted at the fact that most of the money they make is from mobile users. Now, granted, there's probably a big chunk of that are people just using the mobile app as their store,
Right.
so they don't have to turn on their PC or their Xbox just to go at 7 o'clock Central every night, see what the new store stuff is. They just want to buy the skins.
Right.
And it was just absolutely insane. Like, the people, like, yeah, I just, you know, prefer the just shooting part. It was like, well, you're playing Fortnite. Like, if you're coming here for the shooting mechanics, you're gonna have a bad time. Like they're,
yeah, like we've talked about before, they're not the best shooting mechanics.
They're very user friendly to start, but anybody with, like, a higher cap of skill immediately will realize the hard limitations of, like, oh, hey, I'm, like, literally watching myself frame by frame. Reticle never moves from this guy's face, and I missed, like, 80% of my shots.
Yeah.
Because of the radial bloom mechanics of how aim works.
Yeah, when you explained all that stuff to me, that made me play a lot better.
So it's and, like, I got into this argument with a guy in a different, like, Discord, and he was like, yeah, I'm happy for anything that, you know, gets people to stop building as much. I was like, well,
that's part of the game.
That's the entire, like, foundation of the game.
Yeah, see,
Like,
I even would disagree with the whole don't let people build, or because that's the game.
Yeah, why would you?
And I don't like that
might as well
aspect
just
of
be
the game.
PUBG.
Yeah,
Like,
go
it's
play
the
PUBG.
only thing other than its aesthetic that makes it unique.
Yeah, and if it didn't have building,
It would just be
skins.
PUBG the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you
But
said,
so
the
the
shooting.
thing is, like, my argument is, there's a lot of people that are taking this game way too seriously.
Yes.
And Fortnite, Epic themselves, like every update, like the Fortnitemares update, this balloons thing, like they're actually saying, hey, this game is meant to be fun. Like, yeah, we'll support the competitive audience, but we're not catering to you.
Right.
And this one update was just like everybody involved. It's like this is a lose-lose for everybody. Like the damage to the wall. So they reverted it.
How long was it like that?
A little over 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
Like by like the afternoon the next day. So like it's usually 4 a.m. like Pacific time.
It was probably Epic being like, "Oh, people aren't happy. Okay, leave it for a minute. Let's see if people are okay. They're still not okay. Okay, revert it back."
No, literally, like there's like 11,000 YouTube videos went up bitching about this.
Jeez.
Let us just go ahead and flip this back and go from there and think about this change again and see how we really want it to work.
Okay, they hit that whoopsie button.
So yeah, like the whole thing is like the skill cap of this game is the building, because a fair amount of the shooting, depending on the weapon, is going to be it's going to be gun skill and aim, but it's majority certain situations is going to be random, and that's why you always have the reliability of building that happen. It's like trying to nerf building in this game would be just trying to add like dead zones to people's mice on like Counter-Strike. Like the entire skill of this game is the one main mechanic. For Counter-Strike, it's just raw machine aim with guys like Shroud. You'd see them, they're just like one-tapping dudes from across the map with a pistol out of nowhere. If now all of a sudden there's just a random variable of dead zone where you don't know if the small adjustment you make is going to actually work.
I would
So
actually
people are like-
rather than try and nerf building, maybe make it like maybe easier for people like me who are bad at it. I don't know.
Well,
maybe,
so that's the thing is like
I don't think that the building is difficult.
No.
I just think that if you would play like a lot of people play, you'd probably be good at it.
yeah, it's a high level investment to get to an above average status. Like it's
It's
a
like
game that your skills
any
don't
game that
transfer
requires.
across, unfortunately.
yeah, I think I'm trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist.
Because like I've talked about this, like they have done almost everything imaginable they can to facilitate ease of use for builders for multiple platforms.
I'll give you an example, but it's not building. Let's take first-person shooters for console and me. I can play first-person shooter games fantastic on a PC. But you put me on a console and I can't fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have, and I don't know if every game is this, but I'm sure most games are. I know Destiny was, where they have your aim assist to make it easier for schmucks like me. It doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, it helps a little bit, and that's great, but I still can't do it. And that's not the game's fault. And if I sat there and logged, a million hours into it, I'd probably be good at it. But I mean, it has nothing to do with the game. It's all skill. And if you take all the skill out of a game, why bother playing it?
Yeah, and I think it's again, like I said, I didn't even put that much thought into it because I think it's trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
That's just how the game works. If anything, I think anytime I see them do like didn't they have like a grenade or something that just automatically built a fort or some shit?
Yeah, they've got two of them. They've got the Porta Fort, which is a small like single tower, and then they added what's called the Porta Fortress, which is this giant like 4x4 structure.
Right.
I actually
With
got that the
pads.
other day on mobile. It's like, oh dear Lord, what is this?
Yeah,
See,
like it's
just-
super handy.
They're
to carry.
fucking cool. And then like the traps are fucking cool. Like,
Yeah.
But like with the building in particular, like they've added turbo build, which means if you just hold the one button for the thing you're trying to build, it'll automatically place it. So you're not just sitting there having to spam click on your mouse or mash your finger into your phone screen. You just hold the button, and it does it faster than most people can click. They added auto swap materials. So like the different materials you farm to build, you can just stay on one, and if you run out, it'll automatically switch over. You don't have to go and manually hit the button to change. It's just bam, I ran out of wood, now it's automatically going to brick. Alright, I ran out of brick, bam, now I'm on metal. I hope I don't run out of that, because then I'm fucked. They added the Builder Pro for controllers, where like if I hit the build button, now each one of the shoulder and trigger buttons is a dedicated piece of the building. So
okay, I saw that was a thing. I didn't want to mess with it because I don't do a whole lot of building, but
yeah, so like this button here does ramps, this button does walls, floors, roofs. They added an option now also to make that an immediate place for controllers, where it's just like as soon as I click R2, I'm building a wall. As soon as I click L2, I build a ramp. So it's just me running up like click, 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 just alternating back and forth, and I'm getting the high ground above somebody and shooting down on them. With the most recent update for Nightmares, they added the glider redeploy, which means
that was actually nice. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that is like the most like skill ceiling and skill floor adjusting thing they've had. So the people that are really good, or people that are above average like myself, like I was playing a bunch of games, just going through some of like the weekly challenges, and I was just building up, jump gliding over at somebody. I was just fucking around and just flying in on people that didn't expect me and just murdering them and then moving on. Like I wasn't trying to win. I was just like saying, hey, I'm going from point A to point B. This guy's not looking. I'm going to land on him, shoot him in the back of the head with a deagle, and hit him with a shotgun and keep moving. I'm going to leave all his loot.
It was probably me.
But yeah, it's like, so if you're at heights where you'd be able to take fall damage, you just have to hit jump. You'll pull out your glider again. So now, like anybody who's paying the slightest attention, even if you're not good at building, if you follow your buddy up high and you get shot out, you can get away safely. Like there's nothing short of like adding like a cooldown to how fast you can build to do anything else to make building less of a skill-based thing.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's something you have to do to be good at, or to get good at.
But yeah, it's just
that's the problem. You just have to get good.
They just make these weird changes every now and then. Of like, I get it. Like Fortnite, the whole strength of why they became popular, why they're successful, is one, accessibility, and two, they're constantly changing everything up.
Yeah,
they're giving people a reason to want to come back week after week, month after month. And like I've never seen a company like get it right as often and be as rewarded as they have. Like it's,
yeah, I mean it's certainly doing something right because most people love it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like I'm a PUBG guy. Well, let me show you how I play on Xbox. And it's like, just don't look at this.
I won't touch it on Xbox.
And then just like spite smiling, like, yeah, guys, this is fun. Like as you clip through a wall because the building didn't render yet.
Yeah, no, that guy teleported to me behind me on purpose. It's fine. He did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me 3 fucking times.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I had 3 people teleport behind me and kill me. That's how I died every game.
Are we talking about PUBG or Destiny?
PUBG.
Oh, okay.
No, PUBG, where there isn't teleporting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know someone was like lag switching you, or
I don't know. I fucking as far as I can tell, it's just PUBG and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never touch it on a console.
But really, it doesn't matter if it was a shit game or a lag switch. There was enough of it that I'm not going to play it again.
Yeah, because still, like, they would have to restructure the entirety of that game to make it even worthwhile to be playing on it.
Because it may have been a hacker, because they do have a problem with that.
Do they really?
Yes. It's a big problem in PUBG. So I don't know which one it was, but it doesn't fucking matter because it shouldn't have happened. About three times in a row.
Yeah.
But, is there anything else about Fortnite you guys want to add? You guys, I can't believe it's two of them now.
Well, I'm gonna say something, and you're probably gonna be surprised. But the Fort Nightmares thing, where you like find the towers and do horde-based zombie stuff, I actually kind of enjoyed.
What the fuck?
So that's the thing.
But you know why? Because it wasn't the
tiny
entire
doses.
premise.
Yeah.
Like it was.
You're
small.
just running along. And you're like, oh hey, here's a tower. Oh god, they're coming.
Oh yeah. So they've been smartly adjusting that, and the event I think just ended. So it's not like it's something you got to worry about anymore. I think it ended.
Right. Yeah. It ended the first, I think.
So they were already, even within the 3 weeks, 2 weeks maybe, they did the Fort Nightmares thing. They're already updating, iterating how that functioned. So, like, when it first dropped, it was like, man, those zombies are fucking loud. And at the end of the game, like, there's so many of them in the circle that they're causing massive, like, lag spikes for me.
Yeah.
Of where the game of, like, the people left alive and all the bodies of the AI it had to render in these areas was just, like, just chugging. Like, I would see random skips, random ping jumps for like the average of like 60 to 80 to like 140, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's a lot in that like final circle.
So then they toned down like how many of the non-permanent one of the cubes would spawn.
Mm-hmm.
So like they have like random lightning strikes, and a smaller cube that doesn't spawn as many enemies would show up. Those just kept ramping up towards the end of the game, and it was just like just murdering their servers. It was murdering all the systems that were trying to run it that weren't expecting that. They so they toned that down and had a max amount per like circle as the game went on. So they drastically toned that down. They toned down the volume of the footsteps and sounds of the zombies.
Oh, jeez, they were loud.
Yeah, you'd be in the middle of something and your friend would be next to you walking, like actually breaking something. You wouldn't hear him hitting the tree getting materials. You just hear
oh
like,
my god, the footsteps sound like gunshots. They used to scare me.
It was just so goddamn loud. And then so they changed that. The zombies that would spawn were just infinite. If you killed the wave, they'd spawn new one. So then by the end of the Fort Nightmares, as you killed zombies, it damaged the cube.
Yeah. And then you could shoot the cube too.
You could shoot the cube to break it, or if you just grinded out the zombies, it would break eventually anyway. To, reduce, outside of zone, like zombies spawning and having to still be rendered, and then causing extra server load and, headache. So it became this super smart thing within that short iteration. And they made a minor adjustment to the glider redeploy with the update like yesterday, the day before yesterday. Like they just constantly keep like, hey, here's new options. Hey, here's colorblind mode we're working on. Hey, here's audio visualization mode for people that can't hear.
Oh, I didn't know they added that.
Yeah, a lot of people use that on the mobile so they don't have to have the volume up.
Oh.
So to show like icons of like a little gun icon with a little radio menu around your body.
Oh, so that's what that is.
Yeah, so that's on by default for mobile.
Okay.
But yeah, so they added that, then they expanded that. They're still working on both the colorblind, like, like they keep doing everything they possibly can to make this as good an experience for everybody imaginable.
Yeah, but there's so many games out there that's like, we're working on content. That's why these little systems like the colorblind stuff, that's why that's not coming out. So
Yeah.
then you have fucking Epic over here that's like, we're doing both.
Yeah, because that's the beauty of actually having an entire department within your own building that does nothing but 365 days a year work on the engine and tools and constantly iterating, putting that out. Unreal Engine 4 is open source, so everybody who downloads it and submits to the servers can improve the system. The developers between games using Unreal Engine 4 can share their developments and move it up. That's why like PUBG on mobile, or not PUBG on PC, and then summarily Xbox afterwards. They updated to a newer version of Unreal Engine 4, and were able to go to 60 hertz servers. So then a lot of lag went away, but still doesn't solve the Chinese problem. The fucking like countless like. Have you seen the statistic? Like, they've banned 14 million cheaters from PUBG.
Yeah, it's a problem.
And like 90-something% were from China. And then they're like, "Hey, our audience is racist because they want to, region lock China." No, they just don't want a guy flying in a car in the middle of the air like fucking Harry Potter.
Troll, are you watching the stream? Are you watching the stream, Troll?
Yeah.
How the fuck did you know that guy was in the pool?
I heard him. Like, I'd heard a thunk. And
I'm watching this video, I went back, because I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, I heard it, like, so, one of the guys in the group there, I remember that, because I was like, it was so stupid. Like, he knocked that guy out way up on top of the apartments.
Okay.
And that guy crawled off and fell into the pool to try to hide. And then I heard him, and I looked around before that, and I was like, did I just hear somebody who was knocked, like, start crawling around? And then all of a sudden I went to loot, and I heard him move. Like, had he not moved, I wouldn't have known he was there, and he died normally.
I love the idea that, like, he's down, he's crawling, he's like, I'm safe. And the next thing he knows, there's this fucking terrifying pink teddy bear thing. I can't see you, but I know you're there.
Cuddle team, bitch.
Fucking terrifying.
Like, seriously, like, the fact that, there's a YouTube video I can go watch to see, like, Shroud, a well-known streamer for PUBG, to the point where he had his own merchandise loot crates added to the game.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so I watched a video of him, how he got a temporary ban because somebody who was cheating was also stream sniping him.
Right.
And he gets into a car, like a 4-door car with him, and he literally flies off in the middle of the air, and he's just floating in midair in a flying car, and just clicking a button and headshotting people from the middle of the air with a revolver. Like, there was a hack, like, super early on in PUBG, where a guy would just hit a button at the start of the round, and he would somehow kill everybody else in the lobby with a headshot punch.
Jeez.
So you just see like 90 people just die immediately in the video, and just that whole scroll machine gun fire of was killed with a fist by this one guy. And yeah, like, so apparently that makes the audience of people that don't want that racist against Chinese people.
No, it's not racist.
It's like, so a game we'll talk about here in a bit with like Rainbow Six Siege, like they were talking about, they're about to expand into China.
Well, we'll get
to that. And the problem is, so the problem is already Siege is in Russia. And already Russia is as bad as China with cheaters online. Like, Russian hackers have been a thing in Team Fortress 2, CSGO, in Siege.
Elections.
Like, fucking, like, half the videos you see of Siege about cheaters are guys playing in, like, England and Europe, and all of a sudden somebody jumps into their lobby and they're literally teleporting behind people and stabbing them in the back like the fucking meme. But yeah, man, it's like, everybody just relax. Like, if nothing else, ping ban people. So like, if you can't maintain a certain connection to the server, why are they letting you in? Because you're fucking up everybody else's experience.
Yeah. Or group you with more people like that.
That's what there's a game that did that. They would group all the cheaters in together.
GTA 4.
That's right, yeah. Like, hey, you want to cheat? You all fucking cheat together.
There you go.
Yeah, if you cheated a lot, like, you'd end up in a lobby with a fucking dunce hat.
Yeah. Hey, well, I think that's probably the most we've talked about Fortnite.
Yeah.
Quite a while. So I'm gonna roll a little video for what we've been playing this week. And yeah, I've actually played and completed for the first time. I was telling you guys this, the Risk of Rain on Switch. And man, was it glorious! Like, man, I've been playing this game for a long time. It is a very difficult game, and I just took it to the doctor's office because that's the fucking strength of the Switch. You can play that bitch anywhere. Started playing it there. It took a lot longer at the doctor's office than we thought. I was on one run the whole time. Got to the last level, and it was like, alright, we gotta go. I was just like, what? Like, what? Fuck, I'm at the end! So yeah, I had to get home, and then, like, as soon as we got back home, I turned that bitch back on and started playing.
I have one question.
Yeah.
How's the music?
The music is amazing. I've listened to so much. I played it on PC a lot.
Oh.
I've actually turned the sound on the Switch as well for this game when
Oh, you found that button now.
Yes.
Yeah, it does a thing. Wow, this button, I thought it was decorative.
I've played it. Shut up. I use the sound on this quite a few times, and with Final Fantasy 15, is that the one that's on there, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Whatever fucking number. Yeah, I was playing as I think he's called the Marine, the character that's on screen. There's a bunch of different characters, but he can shoot, he can roll, and he's invincible while he's rolling. He has like a shotgun blast that moves guys back, and then he has just like an auto fire. But if there's an enemy on the left or right side of you, he'll auto fire both sides. Now, have you ever played this troll?
I checked it out.
That's right.
I have it on the PS4, I want to say. I made like a run or two, but
right.
I don't know. It wasn't clicking for me personally.
So you level up by killing dudes. Those are little white orbs you pick up, and then the coins are your money at the top left. And then on the bottom left, you're acquiring all these items. So like the teddy bear, I think, gives him damage reduction. The banner, every time you level up, it puts a buff area out that gives you higher damage, and I think maybe increases your regen. First aid kit, you get a delayed heal after being hit. The little rocket thing shoots off rockets randomly. And the banjo, it does like chain lightning, so you're just building up all these items. Like, I had an item every time I get a kill, I get a bunch of icicles that surround me. So you're building up this ridiculous array of items that just give you passive buffs and abilities, and then, well, no, only one gives you abilities, and that's you get a use item. But you have to kill all these enemies. The longer it takes, you'll see at the top right, the longer it takes you to play, the higher the difficulty goes. Oh, as I beat it, I got to the difficulty of I'm coming for you. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I've never seen the difficulty show up.
That sounds like Spelunky there, because if you stay too long in one dungeon,
right,
the unkillable ghost shows up, but apparently there is a way to kill the ghost that's like kind of glitchy.
Oh, okay, that doesn't count.
Super deep dork, like fucking Spelunky nerd shit.
Yeah, then there's random shrines you can pay for, like that one, you kill a bunch of imps and they give you an item. Sometimes you just have a small chance of a reward. Later on, you'll find shrines that require you give up like half your health, but you can regen it. That's one benefit I had. I had a whole bunch of regen items. So when I find those shrines, it would be like, give up half your health. Like, alright, give it up, get an item, regen super fast, and do it again. Just do it until the shrine broke. So there's definitely, like, a big part of the game is breaking it, and then you get to the end of the level with these teleporters, which he's at now. You press X and it summons the boss. And you have to kill the boss, you have to stay alive for 90 seconds. So even if you kill the boss, there's still going to be a bunch of enemies coming at you. And then once you stay alive for 90 seconds, kill the boss, you have to kill everything in the level, go back to the teleporter, and move on. And that's pretty much the gist of the game. Like, it is my absolute favorite roguelite, like, whatever, that exists. I love it so much. I've played it so much. I don't know how many hours I have on Steam. I guess I can figure it out. Yeah, I love it. As soon as I saw it on Switch, it's $10. I bought it as soon as I saw it, and it's been. I probably put a good 10, 15, 20 hours, probably 15 to 20 hours on Switch. So yeah, I would recommend it. You can unlock other items. You unlock other classes. I just unlocked a bunch. I unlocked a sniper. I unlocked like a cowboy type character. The one I want to play is the loader, who is all melee, but he can also put down like a spike, and then he can put one down somewhere else, and they just shoot lightning between them. And he can also like make himself invincible temporarily and a bunch of other stuff. Pretty much every class has some kind of ability that kind of makes them temporarily invincible for like 2 seconds while they're rolling or backflipping or putting a shield down. The one guy I have, I think he's called the Enforcer, he can literally just put his shield down and he is invincible from the front forever. And he just has a shotgun you can keep using. And then there's a bunch of other, there might be like 15 different classes in the game, something like that. So there's a lot of variety, and then you unlock more, I guess unlock more items and stuff. I only have 7 hours on PC, that's surprising. And I know I have about 15 to 20 on Switch. Because it runs very well, and it's one of those games that like is perfect on Switch.
It looks like it would do well on the Switch.
Yeah. So I recommend it, especially if it's on sale or something.
Yeah, like I said, I really appreciated what it was doing. It's just, you know, much like a game we'll talk about here in a bit, Red Dead, like if you're not in the mood for that experience, it's easy for it to not click for you.
That's one of those comfort games for me.
Yeah, that's how I am with Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah, the Enter the Gungeon stresses me out.
See, that's my thing, is like I don't think I like comfort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like so many of my like choices in life to like bother people to get a laugh out of somebody else, or you know the games I enjoy that would like actively like frustrate or stress other people out. It's like I play like some of the highest competitive like shooters, and I don't rage because I mean I enjoy the competition. I don't care if I win. Like I like that person-on-person action. Like I just realized that sounded disgusting. Thought I'd make it disgusting, but you know, like there are times where like you see me like my face as I'm in the middle of like one of the games I won on Black Ops for Blackout. Like I'm like I go in late circle. I'm just creeping because I'm not even like trying that well. And I go in and I find a sniper on one guy, and it's the 50 cal sniper. And I'm just like dead focused, like not even paying that much attention. Find this thing, like okay, let me put on my big boy pants and try to, you know, cinch this out. And within a minute long of finding like the last circle, I go from 2 kills to 7 kills to win. I have 4 sniper kills, 3 headshots, and 1 grenade kill. And like you just see like, oh, that was neat. Yeah, that's cool. Like I just enjoy like ridiculous scenarios. Like I actively push stupid things in Fortnite because I'd rather have the experience of trying and maybe getting away with it instead of like turtling up and doing the smart move to guarantee I'll come out of that situation ahead. It's like I don't know. I just as like I have said before, I don't like comfort food gaming.
Yeah,
like,
I do a lot of that.
Give me a new experience I'm probably not gonna like over something I know I'll be able to replay a couple times.
Speaking of a little bit of middle ground there between competitive and comfort gaming, I also played a bunch of Overwatch yesterday. Because we'll talk about it later, but they announced a new Overwatch character that looks fucking awesome. And I realized I had not played Wrecking Ball yet. So I went back and played a bunch of them, and holy shit, this character's fun.
I haven't played any of it either.
Wrecking Ball is a troll character to end all troll characters.
He's a troll character?
Yeah, because like if you get really good with his grappling hook.
Oh sure, okay.
like you're just flying around the map, staying above ground, and just
I could see
like,
that.
Like you could just go around and just bother people. Like you drop in, hit somebody off the objective, and fly away. Or you just sit there and like keep swinging around. Like this is Hollywood. I see on the stream there, and yeah, like if you were probably good at it, you could probably just sit there and
Just
swing in a circle around the building.
No, you can. There's one of the capture maps that has a big statue right in the middle of it. I just attached myself to it and swung around the whole time.
Yeah, like it's just such a like, hey, I'm just gonna roll through and hit you, do a little damage, knock you off the point, and just not stop, and just keep going.
It's fun.
And come back around. And if your aim's not good, you're gonna miss me a bunch.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna keep doing it. Go back to my mercy, get some health.
He is essentially a droideka from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Where he rolls, and then when he unleashes, he has 2 machine guns, and then he can turn a shield on. And the shield actually becomes more powerful the more people that are around.
It's like if a droideka from Star Wars were Richard Gere, that secretly has a hamster in it.
Yeah, I showed it to Kimberly, she's like, it's a hamster? I was like, sure it is. And I love that you get to see his little paws in the first person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually called Wrecking Ball. The hamster is inside is
Hammond.
called Hammond. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a bunch of them, and I played all the other normal characters, Hanzo and McCree and all them. But yeah, I actually want to play more Overwatch tonight. There's a game that just keeps on giving. I love it.
Maybe I'll play with you.
Actually played Overwatch since like before they added any characters, and I think the last time I checked it out was when they added the hacker girl.
Oh, okay. I can't remember her name. Wow, I don't know. Her name has completely slipped my mind.
Me too.
Yeah, I've had a blast playing it. Hammond's a lot of fun. Wrecking Ball's a lot of fun, rather.
Ash, the new character, looks cool.
Yeah, and we'll talk about her a little bit.
Lady McCree.
Pretty much. Yeah, I had a blast. That's pretty much it. Everyone knows everything about Overwatch.
Oh, did you also see that they're doing a limited run of Lucio's?
Yeah, I kind of want those.
Well, they're made by Kellogg, so it's not like they got some random brand. Like, it's actual, like, big boy cereal company making
cereal.
Overwatch cereal, yeah.
No, they're Lucio O's.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not just Lucy O's.
No.
Lucy. Oh! I work with a guy named Lucio, and every now and then I walk past him and I'm like, Lucy. Oh! I had to explain what Overwatch was to him and show him the picture of the spray tag you get as Lucio of the cereal box.
You should get him a box. Yeah, I kind of want a box of those, but I'm always torn because it's like I'm trying to get rid of things, and those are just gonna go bad in like 200 years.
So eat them and save the box.
Maybe. Then it's just an empty box.
So?
It's gonna get ruined. It's just a cardboard box.
Take care of it.
It's gonna get ruined. I got a baby on the way. It's gonna get ruined. I got a baby on the way and 4 pets.
Your infant is not going to get into a cabinet up above the countertop.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to get rid of things.
I mean, if you've got cool stuff, I'll take it.
Yeah, I've already heard that from Brian.
Oh.
So, the other thing I've been playing this week, and Troll has as well, is Red Dead Redemption 2. And I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
super
like
torn.
Yeah, like the psychotic commitment to telling this exact experience of like this game is not mass appeal.
No.
But it's made by a company with an audience that expected this game to be mass appeal. And like probably the only thing I would say, like the biggest detriment to this game for people that are having issues with it, up front, is that the marketing did not do a good job of telling you, like, hey, you're gonna have to slow your fucking roll.
Yeah.
This is a very fucking slug trail game because there's a lot of shit it's got to tell you and it's got a very specific style of how it's going to tell its story to you.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, here it goes. I don't know how to put this without making it sound like I'm shitting on the game, because I'm not.
Just shit on it.
But man,
shit all over it.
It's mega slow. The shooting, I don't care for. I don't care for the tiny little reticle. I love the whole Western thing. I love, revolvers. My favorite thing in the game is actually not aiming. It's just firing from the hip with a revolver. And it actually works pretty well.
Yeah, if you do the offhand holster, if you get one of those, then you can pull out 2 revolvers at once.
Oh.
And you're just like, like you're just running in, like gut-shotting people with like 6 different bullets, like immediately. It's good stuff.
Yeah, the game's extremely slow. I've had a couple problems with it where I just completed a quest and it was like, pick up that gun. I'm like, I don't want that. I like my rifle. Pick up that gun! Alright. So I picked up the gun and I immediately switched and I realized, oh, my horse is outside. So I went to go grab my horse, went back inside. I hadn't gone but 5 feet, and then that gun on the inside was gone.
Yeah, so the thing is, all you have to do is pick it up once. If it's added to your compendium, and you'll see like the little pop-up in the top left corner, like it's then added to your horse.
It's added to my horse?
Yeah, you can go back to your horse. You don't have to be on your horse to access the guns that are on your horse.
Oh.
Just be within the range. You know, hold like, for me on the PS4 it's L1, and then you pull up the menu and you can click the trigger buttons to cycle between all the guns for that slot.
Oh shit. Okay.
So yeah, like if you're out and about, like you can find other guns and weapons out in the world. All you have to do is pick it up once, and it says added to compendium, and then you can just swap back to whatever you had. And you know, if you want that gun later, you can pick it back up anytime from your horse.
Alright. So
there's a lot of
in that
small shit like this
right.
that's probably going to be most of your problems. Like it regardless of the 6 hours of onboarding it does with showing you like the Hateful Eight, the movie. Like you play through the entire Hateful Eight essentially is the intro of this game. And there's still a lot of things. I'm 40 hours in, and I'm still figuring out like better ways to do things or new things entirely. Like,
see, I don't have a problem with games like that, and I enjoy games like that. My problem is I don't have time for games like that.
Yeah, because so that was the thing I mentioned in like the Discord is like this is one of those games where like a half-hour chunk isn't very rewarding.
Yeah.
Right.
And so like realistically, you want to have at least 2 hours to dedicate to this before you really feel like you've accomplished anything. And a lot of people are trying to drop in, drop out, especially a lot of people I've heard of that are really big, like Switch players.
Right.
That, you know, the whole appeal of that thing is that they can just jump in, jump out. And here's this game that's like slug trail pace in a lot of areas. But the whole appeal of this game is to absorb that world. Like I mentioned in the Discord, this is the best RPG I've played in years. And it's not an RPG. Because like the depths you go to, like when you fall into this thing and you really become that Arthur Morgan, and you feel, you know, what you feel how you want to play this character, and the systems and the reactions of individual characters, of random NPCs in the world, and their responses to you hours later after you did something with them. You know, the fact that they remember you and they have dialogue related to that. Like I think on the last podcast I talked about the gunsmith in the small town who had a guy trapped in his basement. I went back to that gunsmith the other day, and it was the first time I'd been back after, like, I basically held him up at gunpoint to unlock the basement, let the guy out. He said, he reacted awkward as fuck because you were the guy that came in and let loose a man that was dressed in a little boy's sailor outfit.
What?
And, you know, he was awkward and uncomfortable when I walked in to use the store. But then also, because after, you know, I shot the chain and let the guy out, this guy's crying on the floor because, you know, he tells you this heartbreaking story about his actual son, who this guy he kidnapped looks like. He says, just take whatever you want and go. So I open up a chest in the basement of his gun store and get a new Lancaster repeater, really cool gun, a rifle. And I was like, sweet, got a gun. And then I walk out. The next time I went in after, he was awkward. He said, never thought I'd see you back in here, thief. Because I robbed him and took a gun after I let the guy loose. Like,
What?
because I stole some of his shit when I let the guy out. The game also knew that I stole from this guy. And then he responded with that dialogue. As I just walk in to go to his counter to fucking make my gun barrel gold or add rifling to the barrel of my new shotgun. Like, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, and that's why I don't want to like shit on the game, because it really, at the end of the day, it is an incredible piece of art. And I am going to play more. I'm hoping what I need to do next time, and this, I haven't done this, but normally when I play games I play in large chunks, I listen to a podcast or music or something.
No, don't ever do that for this. Like, this is a game you need to be immersed in. Because just the small sounds, just sitting at the camp, listening to conversations that are unrelated to you, and then you come back 4 hours later and those same people have a run-in again, continuing that conversation. Because like you hear some of the ladies in the camp talk about, you know, hey, I didn't want to be here, blah blah blah, and then you come back and the old lady who kind of runs the camp's like, you useless whore, get up and wash some dishes. And they're still like, they're continuing the argument from like the day before, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like this shit is persistent, and so much of the stuff you can miss. So if you're listening to like music or a podcast, like, you're missing the ambience which sells the whole game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping multiplayer is really good.
Wait, is there going to be multiplayer?
Yeah, Red Dead Online comes out next month in beta.
Why?
I'm excited for it. Like, I actually hope there's some kind of battle royale mode, because I would love that. And I say that, but like I said, I don't like the shooting. I think the shooting is not great.
So, like, the default settings are absolute ass cheeks. Have you done the thing like everyone like automatically recommends? Turn the dead zones off, turn the aim acceleration up.
No, I haven't heard that.
So yeah, that basically, if you do that, it kind of puts it to regular shooter mechanics.
Okay.
And then you just use your sensitivities, how like you normally adjust for any other shooter with a controller, and then it gets drastically better.
Okay.
So like, you'll see if you drop in, you look like some of the late game stuff. Like, once I finally adjusted to how the shooting works, it works just like GTA 5. Once I got like the actual like turn speed, everything right, you'll see me rolling through an area. You lock on, slide up a little bit, fire. It's like just bam, headshot, bam, headshot. Like, I'm just rolling through.
Yeah, I'll have to do that, because that's been such a problem for me. Like, I fucking hate the shooting. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. And like, it's super slow, or it's just kind of doesn't feel good. I'm okay with the bow, though. For some reason, the bow feels so different from most weapons.
Yeah, the fact of there being travel time on all of the projectile weapons is super odd. Like, at certain times, because like you'll forget, because like you'll be in these short range firefights with revolvers with people, and it's just like bam, 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 bam. They're just all dead, and all of a sudden you're out in the woods, and you see you've investigated the animal, and now it tells you, hey, that deer is a 3-star, so it's perfect. So if I kill it right, I'll get a perfect pelt, and I can craft with that. So then you pull out the bow and arrow, and you aim, and all of a sudden you fire, and it flies slowly to him, and he ran. Like, as I got over there, and I'm like, ah, god damn it.
Yeah.
So then you go and you hit Deadeye, lock on, and then you never miss. You just hope that by the time the arrow travels, the deer running away, his ass cheeks don't get in the way, and you shoot him in the butt and ruin the pelt, and then now you're pissed, so you don't even skin the deer, you just leave it. You're like, well, fuck.
Yeah, I think other than that stuff, the only other thing that's really bothering me is the lack of fast travel.
So that still, like, even with all the upgrades, never gets great. Like, it gets better, but you do miss a lot if you do use the fast travel stuff.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So, like, I recommend you immediately upgrade your camp as much as you can. Throw all the money you get into the camp, because one of the upgrades for the lodging, like, you upgrade, it gives Dutch a better tent. The next one is it upgrades your place, and I think there's one after that that gives you a map on the back side of your cabin where you go to sleep, to camp, where you can fast travel to any of the other cities you found. Like, you can leave the camp fast travel out,
Right.
but you can't fast travel back to the camp. So, like, if you go out into the world and you get on a stagecoach, you got to fast travel to the closest town to your camp and then ride in from camp. Like, you could never just go straight back to your camp. That pisses a lot of people off.
Oh,
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Really?
Remember, any post office, you can buy tickets for the train, or you can just hitch a ride on the train. I've jumped in the back of random wagons and just rode, and then they jump out and they're mad.
I will say I definitely haven't put enough time into it. Like, there's been a lot of shit going on around here, and just, I don't know. I get into it, and usually some shit happens. Like when I was telling you I was looking for that gun and wouldn't go back in, I was supposed to steal something from that place, and I stole extra stuff. And then it's like, you're wanted. What? You go outside, there's no one there. Literally no one anywhere. And then lawmen right up. It's like, what the why?
Was it like a gang hideout you shot up?
Yes.
So what happens is, like, alright, so this is one of the...
Did they have ADT? Like, what the fuck?
No, so here's the crazy thing. What happens is, in that fight, one or two of the guys got away on foot. You did not kill every one of those gang members. Some of them run. And one of those guys, if they get away, goes and tells the cops show up. And if you just sit there and watch, you will see a gang of cops show up, load up all the bodies, and take them away. Like,
and
the
they
cops
did
show
say
up,
something about, like, about the bodies.
Yeah, so you'll see them manually pick up a body.
I am treating this game too much like a normal video game.
Yeah, that was like the thing of, like, listening to a bunch of people's experiences. So many of those people, like, their immediate complaints are, like, they really enjoy the checklist kind of open worlds. So, like, guys like Greg Miller, like, Assassin's Creed Odyssey fucking nailed it for him, because it is just, go here, do this, go here, do that. It is not this whole fucking massive simulator of horseshit where it's got intended tedium. Like, the longer I've played, the less of a problem I've had with how, like, severely slow some of these things are, because it makes sense, it meshes. Like, the fact if I'm going to go loot a body, I pick him up and I run his pockets.
Yeah.
Like, I don't just magically just loot everything, which I thought would annoy me more than it does. And now, like, I actually absolutely appreciate it, because they animated every fucking thing to the detail of, like I said, the sheriffs show up and haul off all the dead bodies from a crime scene. Like, that's fucking crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Like,
It's a lot of attention.
Watch it. Like, I sat there and watched.
Yeah, that makes me want to reload that save.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, but yeah, that was the thing. Is, like, I found that out because I think it's the same, like, gang camp early on you were talking about that I had this experience with, or the cops showed up. So then I reloaded. Like, most of my deaths have been for me just actively killing myself to reload a checkpoint in a story mission.
I did that quite a few times with the beginning of that fight, just because I didn't realize what was going on. Or I was like, kill that guy. Okay, now there's a guy over there. And then, like, a couple of times, I don't know why, but, like, it would seem like whenever a cutscene or something would happen, it would switch back to my revolver. And it was like, I'm sneaking up on this guy, I'm gonna knife him, BANG! Oh, shit!
Yeah. Yeah, that is a minor issue, is, like, the random reprioritization of some of your weapons.
Yeah.
So there'll be times where, like, I'll have my repeater out on the back of my horse, and I'll be shooting guys on horses. Like I had a mission where I was trying to escape, and I had my mask on. I didn't want to like get the bounty of killing the cops, so I just shot all the horses in the head.
Oh,
so
okay.
so the cops would fall down and they couldn't chase you. So I got away without having to kill the cops, without having to jump my bounty up higher than it was, by shooting the horses and feeling an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah.
But it worked. Like, the cops couldn't chase you because they didn't have any. They weren't just magically spawning more guys on horses out of random spots. There's a set number of them that would show up in this area if I didn't stay around too long for more like reinforcements to arrive. But with that same thing is like, I came in, I shot all the guys, and one guy started to run away that was on the outside. And the first time I did it, I let him get away, and that's where I'm in the middle of like sticking my fist up into the chimney of this place to steal the money they're hiding. And all of a sudden it said the lawmen are here, and I was like, oh fuck, now I'm wanted. So I reloaded the save, and the last guy from a different angle that was trying to run, I chased him down and killed him before he got away. Cops never showed up.
Huh.
Because there was no witnesses.
There was no witnesses.
And that area was pretty close to Valentine.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, did he
on the
literally...
street.
Yeah. Did he literally in the game run there?
Yeah, like in the time frame of like the first time the cops showed up, like I was there looting bodies for like a solid minute and a half.
Yeah, so was I.
And so that would have been enough time for them to have gotten out to the road, or
no, definitely,
made
because
it far enough.
There was the conversation with Bill and the other guys. I went inside, I rustled around a little bit, found the gun, cleaned it, went to my horse. Oh shit, the gun's gone. Went back inside, was mad about the gun being gone. Looked around a little. So yeah, there's definitely. I fucked around too long. So yeah, there's definitely enough time where he could have went and got the cops.
Yeah, because there are scenarios where like I've sat there and I did a mission with John, John Marston from the first game, and he's like, I'm gonna head back over to this place, and I'll meet you there. We were setting up this robbery, so I had to steal like this wagon, go dump it someplace. He was gonna go meet some other guy in a town to get guns or whatever. So we finished this part of this mission, and he tells me where I can go steal the wagon. He says, when you're ready, I'll meet you over here. So I just, went about my business. I ran straight over to where he would be, and the mission wasn't popping up on the map. So I just sat there. I got up, I went to pee, I came back, and as I'm coming back, here comes John, this exact same way I left him riding on his horse, shows up, and then the map marker pops up, and I can talk to him and start the next part of the mission. So he literally traveled in-game the full time. Since I was just running at top speed and taking shortcuts, I beat him there. So he manually traveled in the world over to the spot he said he'd meet me at. And then he showed up because I beat him there. And it's small stuff like that is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, stuff like that is cool to me. I would rather them make more games like that, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just at the point where I am kind of wondering, like, should I have just gotten fucking Black Ops and played Blackout? Like, would I have enjoyed that more? Maybe.
Yeah, immediately, yes. But that's the thing is, like, I kind of want to sit down and talk you through, like, a bunch of small things to maybe help some of the early tedium and explain a couple of things. Because, yeah, like, the controller thing, I saw that in a Reddit thread, like, the day before I could start playing. Because I didn't get off work until like 3 in the afternoon and go home.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to look that kind of stuff up. Like, the stuff I need to look up is, because it turns out I just figured out the problem. Kimberly told me. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. Playing this game wrong.
Yeah. Because that's the thing is, like, yeah, that's a statement to make, but kind of...
You can see this image, right? I'm putting it in the Discord.
Yep. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I click over there.
This is the problem. I haven't been playing like this.
Yeah.
As a man with access to horses, I kind of want to do that.
Problem solved. Figured it out. Thank you, Kimberly.
There you go.
I gotta get this image off my screen. It doesn't want to.
It might raise some questions.
There it goes.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the crazy thing of like this game is so specific from the control schemes. Because like I said, don't get me wrong, there's valid complaints for a lot of the things in this game. It's just like conceptually, for as much as they're doing, like I don't know how much more better they could have made this.
Right. Well, they could have made it more gamey. But I don't know that would have made it better.
No, that would not have made it better, because then like you would notice the seams of the machine way faster. Because I finally hit a spot where shit kind of felt weird and like super video gamey. But that was like 30 hours in, and that's just like one specific scenario that, you know, weirded me out of. Like, I did a mission with this guy, Mike. I broke him out of this jail in this small town. And this small town is literally like 12 buildings. Like, we're talking small town. and I break him out, and he wants to go, like, get his guns from another guy's house. Instead of just getting on our horses that are right there, we make a loop through the fucking 2 streets that are in this town, go down the block, get the thing, cut across, come back to the horses, and we kill every fucking thing that moves in this town.
Jeez.
And then I came back there like hours later in game, and it's a full town again. I'm like, how? Like,
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
You know, like that was like the most obvious thing that stuck out to my brain of that just feels weird. Yeah. That there'd be this many people here, when also the reason why it stuck out in my head was a character comment. It was like Arthur's like going back there for a mission. He's like, I kind of want to go back there. And then, you know, shot up the place, and the guy's like, well, I'm pretty sure you killed like all the people that would recognize you. Which I kind of did, because there were dozens of bodies in those streets. Yeah. I was like, everybody who had a gun that stepped out of a building got a fucking bullet.
Well, I'm sure this conversation is going to continue on in the weeks, because I'm going to keep playing it, and I'm sure you're going to keep playing it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to stay up too late tonight after we're done with this. Play a little bit of it.
So I think we're ready to get into the news, right?
Sounds about right.
All right, we'll play a little clip. Alright, so I figure we should go ahead and start this off with a heated debate.
Oh, God.
With Diablo Immortal. Because BlizzCon happened this week, and there's a bunch of cool announcements. Are there any more announcements, or is BlizzCon over?
I don't know. Honestly, I didn't even know BlizzCon was going on.
Yeah, me neither.
Usually
I think the ceremonies continue through the weekend, but like the actual like
the opening ceremony is
not.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they announced Diablo Mobile, basically.
Yippee.
Am I the only... Are you guys mad about this? Because I'm not.
I'm indifferent. Just because I kind of don't want to play Diablo anymore, and I definitely don't want to play a phone game. So it's like a combo of like shit I just don't have time for right now.
Yeah.
I'm not angry about it. There are a lot of people that are like drastically angry about this, and that's the funny part.
I'm not like mad about it, but
well, my whole thing is like I'm okay with this for the same reason why I'm okay with Pokemon Let's Go Eevee or whatever.
Yeah.
Because there's a very good chance that this game is going to get people into Diablo 4. Just wait, Let's Go Eevee.
Or they're going to make Diablo 4 mobile only.
No, they're not.
How do you know? They made this mobile only.
This is Diablo 3.
No, this is Diablo Immortal.
This is Diablo 3.
It's not even the same story.
It's basically this. They're all the same fucking story. Diablo's back.
This is a direct sequel to Diablo 2, actually, lore-wise.
2. Yeah. Yeah, lore-wise, it's what happened between 2 and 3.
Okay.
So it's not Diablo 3.
So, just like with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it's a side game.
No. That's a debate for another time.
Oh, okay.
It's actually not even a debate. They're not side games.
The Let's Go isn't?
No.
Okay. Anyways, I just see this as they're trying to cash in on the mobile market. Diablo 3, I don't think would work very well on a mobile device. So there's a studio out there, because this isn't Blizzard, this is another studio who are making this game, and it just looks like a standard mobile game, so it's like, alright, whatever. If it's fun, I'll play it a bit.
The best way I saw it described, just from the little bit that I've seen anyways, was, oh great, iOS mobile game number 647,000.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looks like.
And quite frankly, there are a lot of Diablo clones on mobile already.
Yeah.
So they are getting into a market that they created but are not in. In a weird way.
I'm afraid they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot with it.
I don't think they can.
No, I definitely think they can.
I think there's enough people like me. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna give it a shot.
How much is it gonna cost?
Oh, it better be free.
Oh, it's not gonna be free, dude. This is a Blizzard.
Oh, if it's not free, I'm not buying it.
Well, the thing is,
and that's my point.
the company making this is a well-known company to make free-to-play games like this, to the point to where a lot of people complain that this is just a reskin of one of their games with Diablo stickers.
Okay. This is my problem with it, is the massively multiplayer.
Yeah. So if they want it to be massively multiplayer, it's going to be free with a lot of bullshit transactions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
I
thought.
can see that.
But like, it actually, it looks like fun. It's in the Diablo universe. If it's in between 2 and 3, that's pretty fucking cool.
That's another one of the points of contention for a lot of the like psychotically like fan base, like dedicated Diablo fans. It's like there's lore in this game that is gonna be canon because this is Blizzard official.
Yeah.
And these guys don't want to play a mobile game.
Hey, well, careful with that lore word, because Diablo's lore is like real fucking like they're back.
Yeah, all of Blizzard's lore is kind of fucking stupid.
Really
like there's a threshold of where, okay, this is cool. All right, we jumped the shark, and now we're just going stupid. Like that's every franchise, Diablo, StarCraft, even Overwatch, for fuck's sake. Like it just hits a point of being stupid.
Yeah, Diablo 1, it was like, there's this guy, Diablo, destroying the world or whatever. We gotta kill him. Cool. Diablo 2, he's back. Oh, shit. Diablo 3. Fuck, we put ourselves in a fucking corner, didn't we?
Yeah.
By calling the goddamn game Diablo.
Oh, but hey, we're gonna go ahead and kill Deckard Cain while we're at it.
Yeah, I don't
Spoilers.
know. Like, I'm not upset about it at all. I'm kind of excited. It might be a fun game to play on mobile.
Well,
if it's free.
Another one of the complaints is like from that video I posted of like the guy asking the question at the Q&A for it, and the audience booing them.
Yeah, what was the question?
So he asked like, "Hey, well, so the thing is," he said, "There in your video and the breakdown you've shown us, there's a lot of features in there we've been kind of, asking for years now for Diablo 3 that you've never added. So are there any plans to maybe put this game on PC so that the people who want these things that are playing on PC already that are long-term Diablo fans can have?" They said, "No, we're only focusing on iOS and Android right now," and the crowd boos. And
well, you're also asking 2 different teams on probably 2 different engines.
Yeah, because again, the guy they were questioning is the guy from the company that's making the mobile game, the outsourced company.
Oh, so he wasn't from Blizzard then?
No, he was from the company making the game.
That NetEase or whatever they are.
And he had the worst response possible to an already upset fan base asking, "Hey, can you put this on the platform we care about?" Said, "Don't you guys have phones?"
Yeah. How could you say that to an audience full of people?
It's like, I understand you guys put work into this product and you care about this product, but the fan base is very dedicated to this one product on this one platform.
That's a guy who went into this knowing people are gonna shit on us.
Yeah, like,
I mean, even when they announced it, like, the crowd was just dead silent. No one knew what to even think. And then it panned to the audience. I guess they were playing it like as they announced it, and all you saw were like people with heads down, furiously tapping on their phones. I don't know.
I think people
as soon as I saw that,
as
soon as I saw that announced video, my brain immediately thought of like the Arthur meme of the clenched fist.
And we're also getting a fucking mobile Elder Scrolls game, so...
Yeah, I mean,
like,
and I'm not really thrilled about that either.
Me neither. But clearly there's a market for these things.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's a market for them.
But yeah, Diablo 4 is not going to be on mobile, just like the next Elder Scrolls is not going to be purely on mobile.
No.
Well, I mean, Diablo 4 could be on mobile.
Crossplay or something? Sure.
Yeah, because, I mean, look at Fortnite. Look at how well they did it.
That's
if you build it...
Yeah, that could be the future where a lot of these games are just going to be on everything, including mobile.
I mean, there's more cell phones that can play games than there are people on this planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cell phone can play most games better than my old laptop. Man, that's my old laptop from like a year or two ago. Like, my Galaxy S8 is powerful as fuck. It can runs PUBG better than my Xbox. It's not the Xbox's fault, but... Yeah, I don't know. People are just... They're goofy and dumb. I'm glad that actually glad that wasn't a heated debate.
I think that people are more disappointed.
Sure.
Almost shocked over... Other than being, like, angry about
Here's how they could have made it better. They could have said, here's a mobile game, also, here's the next one, or here's a little tidbit about the next one, the real one, or whatever you want to say.
So
just like they should have done with the fucking Command & Conquer.
So here's the part I failed to mention as to why people freaked out.
You failed!
Is that way before BlizzCon, they kind of teased on the official Diablo Twitter that there would be Diablo announcements. At BlizzCon, which had everybody excited. Oh, Diablo 4?
And they didn't lie.
Diablo 1 and 2
they've been
remastered,
talking
maybe?
for how long that they've had, several Diablo projects in the works.
Yeah, right. Several.
And then,
exactly.
Like, the week before BlizzCon, Blizzard officials said, hey, Diablo 4 won't be at BlizzCon. But the people that had already, got their hype up for, like, the entire month or two they had known about Diablo announcements at BlizzCon, they roll out a fucking mobile phone game, and then that was just like the gut shot to the guy already on the ground.
Yeah, I just think a lot of people were kind of in shock that, like, really, this is what you're doing?
I think they're still supporting Diablo 3. That's not going to go away.
No, but geez, how old is Diablo 3?
I mean, if people keep playing it, they'll keep supporting it.
I mean, just
still
put
a
it
good
on
game.
the Switch.
Yeah, it's still a good game.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying, eventually people are going to get tired of it.
So, like, the last thing from Blizzard, like, I legitimately was like I had a reason to be mad about that was legitimate was when Overwatch launched on consoles. So, the only version of Overwatch you can buy on your PS4, Xbox One is the Origins Edition, which is $60.
Oh, fair. Right.
What's in the Origins Edition? A bunch of digital content for games that aren't on those platforms. So because the expectation is that you have to pay $60 for a game on consoles, they made a $60 version and they don't have the cheaper, like, $40 version.
Yeah, that was annoying. That's what I bought.
And then like I've got DLC codes in my fucking Blizzard account for games I'll never play or don't own.
Yeah, but also, well, shit, I got Origins because I pre-ordered, I think, on PC. So yeah, I guess that means I've got double DLC codes. But since they're all linked to my BattleNet, I only have one.
But yeah, you didn't have the option to not buy the Origins Edition.
That was bullshit.
Yeah. Like it's utter fucking bullshit.
But you guys pay $60.
Well, it's more of a statement of they know it's hard to get PC players to pay $60.
Is it?
It's not to make a good game.
Yeah. Which, speaking of Overwatch, we can go ahead and talk about a new Overwatch character, Ashe, because she looks fucking awesome.
So when does she get released?
We don't know.
Of course we don't know.
So, I mean, there's no time frame because they showed 2 characters, but they only announced that Ashe was going to be playable.
Well, I'm assuming the other Bob character has something to do.
Oh, it's her super.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah, she says, "Bob, do something," and you're gonna love.
Because she's
her ultimate, not her super.
Yeah, she's the leader of the gang that McCree ran with before.
That's what I figured.
I love her punching McCree there. But yeah, her ultimate is she says, "Bob, do something," and he shows up and wrecks shit, which is what we're about to see here.
That's what I figured it was.
Which is cool, because, like, she summons another character? That's cool.
Right.
He pops people up in the air, starts shooting around. Like, I wonder how the ultimate's actually going to work.
Well,
that's what I was wondering after watching the trailer.
It's not going to be too different from, Torbjorn's turret. Like,
Probably.
It's got scripting AI for aiming at things. It's just, it now has a mechanic of being able to move. It probably works like the death machine for Gage from Borderlands 2. Like, it moves out, engages the melee attack, and then shoots once things are in the air.
Yeah, she's got a repeater rifle, a lever action repeater. She's got the dynamite she can throw, and she has the sawed-off shotgun that also knocks them back, and she can use it for like a rocket jump.
That was cool too, using it as like a rocket jump.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this character. Because Hanzo is pretty much my favorite character, so another super accurate character I'm excited for.
Yeah, super accurate character that doesn't have a sniper scope.
Yeah.
No, but she's got a pretty good sight.
Yeah, it's just, like the zoom a lot of times of Widowmaker for her to be effective. Like, there are certain maps where you kind of don't want to use her. Or you have to be in certain spots, certain waves of that match.
Hanzo doesn't have a sniper scope either, and I can kill guys.
That's what I'm saying, because he's effective at all time.
Yeah.
Like,
she'll be effective at all times too.
Yeah.
And the shotgun's gonna help a lot with that.
I'm super interested every time I see Overwatch stuff, because I keep thinking about wanting to get back into it.
Yeah.
And then I remember, I got way too many other things I should be playing. Than relearning a game that I don't have anybody to play with. That requires teamwork to be successful.
I usually play it solo.
Well, yeah, I'm one of those guys, like, I'm one of the only people in my friends list that regularly plays Fortnite that actually enjoys playing solos. Like, my thing that's always been around is, like, I'm here to play the game because I enjoy the game. Like, if I have cool experiences with other people, meet new friends, that's cool. That's not my intention. And it's never going to be my priority.
Right.
Like, the guys I've played a lot of my Fortnite adventures with, like my buddy DJ, like, he just does not play solo unless he absolutely has to. And that's usually only to do challenges for the week. Like, he avoids it at all costs because he doesn't like playing it solo. Like, for him, it's a social game and not a game he just wants to play all the time by himself.
Right.
Like, I'll drop in on blackout solos all day. I don't give a fuck. But
yeah,
man, like,
I have no problem playing games solo.
The saltiness of people in Overwatch in-game chat is absolutely insane. It's like the fact that I triggered a guy even harder than it was like super early on. I was playing before they had character limits.
Mm-hmm.
So launch Overwatch, you could stack as many of any hero on one team as you wanted.
Right.
And the need to balance, the consoles versus the PC, became super apparent right off the bat, because on PC you'd see all these tracers and a couple other people that were super effective because you could aim better happen, but on consoles you'd play a game where you're pushing the payload and you hit a wave where it's like 4 Torbjorns and 2 Bastions. It's just nothing but like turrets firing at you, and they had to like super like nerf Torbjorn's turret because it had like PC turn speed radius, so you'd fly past it as like Winston, you just jump over it and it like 180 shoots you in the back. Like there's no escaping it. It's just this aimbot that was just hunting you down, and all the enemy had to do was crash on their turrets as Torbjorn, keep their hammer out, and hold the trigger down to repair the turret. And the turrets won the games for them. So there was a round where we pushed in, and this guy, like, he's not been talking in the game chat like this whole time until we lose like at the last second on the last payload spot. And then he jumps into the game chat. He's like, "You motherfuckers, I was telling you to regroup over here and blah blah blah." And I just had to turn on my mic. I was like, hey buddy, if anybody cared, they would have done that. Right. And then he's like, "You what?" Like
no.
He went Super Saiyan with his rage.
Do we know who this character is at the end of the short?
Apparently a lot of other people do. I have no idea.
Because I was watching this thing and I was like, awesome, new cowgirl, like, awesome, she looks cool, she's got a cool rifle, and they showed this, I was like, fuck, it's not the cowgirl! No, it is. It turns out it is.
Oh, well, this is going to be a character, too, but she's not ready yet, I guess.
Well, he does say, like, we're getting the band back together, like, I'm pretty sure this is a prequel. Maybe this is, like, the AI that runs Overwatch or something, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who she is. Yeah, so apparently other people do?
Yeah, there's like super deep lore that explains a lot of this. Like, they've got the full list of all the people that were in like the photo, like you'd see the old Overwatch team.
Oh.
So this looks to be an Omnic of sorts, or at least a body for an Omnic with an AI chip he just implanted. Because the Omnics are living machines; they're not like copy and pasteable.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the character is, but I guess I'm sure we'll find out eventually.
Yeah, soon enough. She's got a lot of the imagery there from, multiple things I've seen, in different areas.
Yeah.
It's been so long, I've been so far out of Overwatch.
See, I'm into the lore. I love the lore of Overwatch. So the fact that I don't know who she is, I was kind of like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, but, there are some deep background logs you can go read fucking Overwatch that are silly.
So the other thing they announced that I'm super excited for is Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I didn't think this would actually happen.
I had a feeling it was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen this year, but...
I only got to play Warcraft at a friend's house occasionally, but every time I was over there, I played it. Because I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
So, I haven't got a ton of time into it, so I'm very excited to actually get to sit down and play through it. And the mechanics are awesome. The world is awesome of Warcraft.
Yep.
But... yeah, I'm very excited to play through this, and then they actually showed a gameplay trailer, which I'm gonna bring up now.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I missed the gameplay trailer. I saw the cinematic trailer.
This isn't just an HD remake. Like this is like it does seem like Troll was saying before the podcast. They built it from the ground up.
What I want to know, and maybe they said something about this and I missed it. Are we only getting Reign of Chaos, or are we also getting the Frozen Throne?
There was a weird thing at the end, I think. I can't remember what it was. They kind of insinuated... I think it was Arthas.
Well, that would make sense. That would be the Frozen Throne.
Let me see if I can
Yeah, I would hope this is the entire package.
See, they show this image at the end of Arthas up on like a frozen mountain.
Well, and that would be all of it then.
Yeah, I would
This
assume
does
so.
look really good.
Because, like, I have a feeling, unless, you know, the story comes out, I don't think this is going to be like the StarCraft remastered. Because I think we've talked about the story about StarCraft of, like, so they lost the source code for the original StarCraft.
Right.
Really?
And then they started the project to redo, like, all of StarCraft again to make the new version. And then, like, as they're, like, most of the way done with that, somebody in one of the giant, like, you know, blind auction lots finds a gold master disc of the original StarCraft and returns it to Blizzard. And they said thanks, and they gave that guy a bunch of swag and brought him to BlizzCon that year, and like they compensated him well enough for it. But then they didn't use any of that source code because they'd already rebuilt it all from scratch.
Bob, what are you doing?
That's the printer running.
Oh.
Do you have a dot matrix?
Yeah. God damn. Throw a blanket over that bitch. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. I would imagine... Let's see, that was actually the thing. It shows Arthas at the very end. No, it's not Arthas.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, they've also rebuilt the editor too, because you know we've got Dota to think about, because you know that's how Dota started, was a mod, a map they built for Warcraft 3 originally.
Yep.
That's why, you know, Steam or Valve can't call it Defense of the Ancients. It's just literally Dota.
Yeah.
Because someone else owns the term Defense of the Ancients.
So do you think somebody's going to make Defense of the Ancients?
I imagine so. Like,
that's going to get Valve real mad.
yeah, that's going to make Valve mad. But then maybe, like I said before, poor Ice Frog, like, give that guy a break. Let that guy retire sometime soon. Like that guy is like a legend. Like, the documentaries that are probably already existing and will happen about that guy. So Ice Frog is like the lead gameplay designer for Dota 2.
Right.
And he's been like the single guy essentially, like, doing all the balance pass runs on all the characters. He's like the fucking... he's like, god damn it, my mind just gave out. The guy who does Smash Brothers.
Oh, Sakurai?
Sakurai. Masahiro Sakurai. Like, Sakurai is like the guy that sits there and just like literally gave himself health problems deciding and building the roster for like Super Smash Melee and doing like playtesting over and over again to make sure the shit wasn't broken. Like, this poor guy is out there spending hundreds of hours of his life every year actively just worrying about how the fans are going to react to this one change they make that looks super minuscule, but then opens up all these opportunities to fuck everything up, then have everybody be mad for months.
Yeah, and everyone shit on him anyways.
Yeah. Like, don't you appreciate what this man has done? This man is killing himself. Like, Sakurai, you know, you look at him, like, that guy looks like, you know, he came out of a fucking labor camp. He's just a skinny old dude now who has like a 18-year-old kid's face. It's odd. Sakurai's a weird man to look at.
He is.
He doesn't look that bad to me.
Yeah, like he's had the same face since Smash 64. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's just like his skin has gotten a little bit wrinkly.
Maybe. Man,
Well,
You can see his
people
neck.
were getting on him hard on Twitter, man, saying like, you know, talking about saying, I guess he said something about maybe now he can take a break or something like that.
I was gonna say
in
he
the
did
direct,
say
he had a
that.
joke. Yeah, maybe I can finally have a break.
People were like, you certainly don't fucking deserve it.
What?
What? Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into the Smash talk thing, because we just had a direct on the 1st about Smash Brothers. Did you guys watch it?
I watched it.
Yeah, I watched a little
3
bit.
times actually.
3
Well, I
times?
listened to it twice from 2 different people's reactions,
Oh.
and then I watched it once.
The first time I watched it, I had to watch it without sound.
Oh, okay. So we got the announcement of, what was the first thing was Ken, right?
Yep.
And then we got a bunch of faff. We got spirits.
A bunch of what?
Faff. Like crap.
Faff?
Faff.
Oh, okay.
Then we got the spirits mode, which I'm not excited about. I didn't really understand. So, you get these spirits, and you can equip them, and you get a new ability. Is that pretty much it?
That's what I took away from it, just a way to kind of power up your fighter of choosing in odd ways. I don't know how it'll work, but...
So yeah, they basically added a mobile game inside Smash.
Yeah, kinda.
So like the spirits mode is like the gigantic point of contention that most people have. Now other people are still upset that the fucking leak right before this direct of characters people are interested in.
Okay, so what was that
Was
leak?
it real? So that reveal was like Gino from I think he's Super Mario RPG, Isaac from Golden Sun, Banjo-Kazooie. That really hurt a lot of people.
Shadow hurt a lot of people.
Poor Rock Tillery. No Shadow the Hedgehog. And then somebody else. Oh, the Chorus Kids from Rhythm Heaven. That was the 5 and that leak. And way before this, the leak had happened that it was going to be Ken and Incineroar as the last 2. And people were just underwhelmed by that, and then they wanted to believe QX Files music. But yeah, so part of that is like that point of contention of people excited themselves for the potential of these massive characters they really wanted, and then that didn't work out. And then also, like the fucking dagger to the heart of people seeing Isaac and Shadow in game, but they're assist trophies. Get fucked. You get to cry in the woods like me when I saw Shovel Knight jump out and just run across the stream like an idiot. I was like, no! You could have been more! What'd they do to you? So yeah, now everybody else is in that fucking sadness purgatory with me. I was like, good. Sit in this mud with me and cry.
But this is why you don't get excited about leaks.
Yeah. Like you did it to yourself.
That's what I had people asking me, well, what do you think about this, what they call it, the Grinch leak, what they were calling it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the marketing guy who made up the fake also had like a picture of the Grinch in there.
That's right. So people kept on, what do you think about the Grinch leak? I'm not going to trust it.
Yeah.
Like, does it look like it could be real? Yeah, but that's the point.
I would say all of it could have been except for like Banjo. That's a Microsoft thing.
Yeah, but with the like insane buddy relationship,
that's fair.
You know, Microsoft and
I think I don't think that was very outlandish.
And we've got XO 2018 potentially. I think that's tomorrow or Monday.
Oh shit, that's right.
So there's potentially still hope because they said there's going to be 5 DLC characters. They just haven't. They did say directly none of those will be Echo Fighters. They're all going to be brand new characters. So that already axed Waluigi, that axed Isaac potentially getting to be.
What Isaac are you talking about?
Isaac is a character from the RPG Golden Sun.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Binding of Isaac.
Wow.
Well, no, that's the other Blade Strangers.
Yeah, I know that. I was like, I don't know what fucking Isaac he's talking about. The Xbox Expo.
Dork RPG shit, yeah.
The Xbox Expo is November 10th.
So it's close. So it's a week from today. But yeah, that the no Shadow or Echo Fighters automatically killed the hopes for both Waluigi, for Shadow, for a couple other characters. Those are already gone, shot dead.
Would Shadow be an Echo character?
He'd be an Echo of Sonic. Because he's just Sonic with guns and emo powers.
Would he have
emo powers?
Oh, I would think he would have totally different powers.
No, he legitimately does the exact same shit.
Okay.
Except for
except for he has guns.
except for lore-wise, yeah, he dual wields pistols occasionally or machine guns, and he also has this chaos control ability.
Yep.
I stopped playing Sonic actively after the first Sonic Adventure.
I guess, to me,
anybody
it
who cares about Shadow the Hedgehog is a fucking second-class citizen that doesn't deserve rights.
It seems like Shadow, in my mind, would have enough different shit that he would be a different character, but maybe not.
Well, it's like Ken. So like Ken is a Shadow or Echo Fighter of Ryu.
Yeah.
But much like the skill-based mechanics they added for Ryu, based on his punches and his combos.
Right.
Like if you hit the button like normal, it does a base damage, but if you actually do the Street Fighter input commands, the real combo, you get a bonus damage.
Right.
So with Ken, they showed that his like standard 4-kick combo and kick, layovers from going high kick to being a heel drop instead of being a straight kick. If you do those commands to make those alternate kicks, it rewards that and has an animation and various damage, modifier in game for that. So there are already tools in, Smash to make drastically different like effects and styles for the exact same motion.
And I think Ken, like, you could have easily predicted that. I feel like.
Well, because people had already predicted it for like 8 months now.
Yeah, like Ryu's in the game. Oh, well, Ken's probably in the fucking game too. We could totally get Akuma, and the old guy too. I don't think anybody cares about the old guy.
Yeah, Akuma and the old guy.
I can't remember the
But
old
yeah,
guy's
so
name.
because Ken literally was like an OG version of what an Echo Fighter would be for Smash in Street Fighter 2.
Yep. Now maybe we can get like Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Yes.
In the next game.
That would be amazing, but it would never happen.
No, I mean we have Snake from Metal Gear Solid.
So here's the problem of like it's also the thing with like the Spirits mode is people seem to always forget every time a Smash comes out. This is a Japanese ass video game made by a Japanese ass old man.
Right. So Bob, Bob, are you gonna get excited about Mortal Kombat and Smash Brothers?
I would get excited about it.
But are you but with no fanfare at all? Nobody's even said anything. Are you excited about it? Like the way all these other people are excited about, like, nobody's officially said shit about Banjo-Kazooie. Don't get excited and then get fucking disappointed. Like, you're not gonna be disappointed in 40 years when you're like, I never got Mortal Kombat in my Smash Brothers.
No, I mean I might be slightly disappointed, but
there are people that will literally hold a grudge for at least a year now that Isaac or fucking Shadow the Hedgehog weren't in Smash. Like there are people that probably literally cried that Banjo-Kazooie, they got the hopes of that he might be in Smash, and then it was just fucking smash the toddler's head on the sink basin like in Caligula, just like, there goes my hopes and dreams.
And that's why you don't look at leaks.
The one that irritates me the most is this fucking Waluigi bullshit. No one likes Waluigi that much.
I like Waluigi.
No,
I mean,
not that much.
But
so Nintendo doesn't even like Waluigi that much.
No.
Because they've never given him a game. They've never given him an actual canon lore.
No, I was just going to say, Waluigi's not even a kind of character.
It was made by a studio that's not a Nintendo proper studio that is now owned by Nintendo. Castle, I want to say, is the name of the company.
Well, didn't they just make Waluigi for that Mario Kart Double Dash?
They made him for one game so that Waluigi would have Wario would have a partner.
Yeah.
And then he showed up in some of the handheld Wario games. And then basically every time there's a big get-together for Nintendo is the only games he shows up in.
Yeah.
Although he was fucking fantastic in Mario Tennis Aces. Just because every time you do his Super Smash thing, he'd pull out a rose and put it in his teeth and spin around like wah-ha! like he was the pinnacle of what a sex object should be.
As made by Nintendo.
As made by Nintendo. But yeah, Waluigi makes sense because he's just an Echo Fighter of Luigi.
Right.
Because he's like an evil version of Luigi, but not really, because Nintendo doesn't want to give him a real backstory.
But I don't understand anyone being like upset. Is Wario in Smash Brothers?
Yeah, Wario's been in Smash Brothers since
Okay, that's what I thought.
first one, maybe, or
No, not the first one.
Definitely not the first one.
yeah, not the first one, but the GameCube. He's been in there since GameCube.
Yeah, I know people are upset about No Waluigi, and they're upset about Spirits, which is dumb. It's like, if it's a dumb mode, don't play the dumb mode.
Yeah.
That's the end of that story. We are still getting a adventure mode, so that's fucking awesome. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
But how much of the dumbass Spirits mode is integrated with the, with the World of Light? That's the issue people have. And for the fact that the breakdown of the Spirits mode went on for literally like 12 minutes. It was like, hey, here's this thing, and now we're going to give you repeated different examples of why you won't like this, and this is just going to go on forever. Like,
but there are going to be people who really enjoy that mode.
yeah, because that is like the most Japanese-ass thing they could add to this game.
It's a mode you can just play forever and continue to progress it. Like, you can just keep upgrading everything.
But the long-term fanboys of Smash are crying because, hey, guess what this is replacing? Trophies.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like, hey, we're just going to axe that. Like, that's just gone. Bye-bye. We don't want to make all these cool little 3D models of all these characters.
But
that's a lot of work. So here's a bunch of JPEGs.
That's what I didn't understand. Like, the 3D models already exist, I'm pretty sure, because that's what the fuck we're playing with. So,
well, most of the trophies were like things that weren't modeled in the game already.
Oh.
They were other crossovers from other franchises. So the Spirits mode makes it easier for them to expand, like the crossover potential.
I see. Okay, so these stickers of things that are not actually in the game are replacing the trophies. The 3D model trophy. Oh, who fucking cares?
And to the point to where when these stickers do like certain things, you literally see like the little JPEG wiggling. Like, they didn't animate anything. It's just, hey, let's just shake this fucking piece of paper with this drawing on it, and that'll show action happen.
I think it's just people being bitchy for nothing. Like, they're not touching multiplayer. You're still getting that. We're still getting adventure
mode. Haven't fully itemized out whether or not the Spirits mode will have any kind of options for any kind of modes online.
Not online. No, I think I said not online and not local. Or no?
Yeah.
No, it is local. What was it?
Yeah, it's local. I just don't know if it's online. But also, there's the thing of like every inch of the Spirits mode is exactly what you'd expect out of a gacha game, like Fire Emblem Heroes on mobile from Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like fucking Kanmusu. Fucking Kantai Collection.
But like you said, you know, this is being made by a Japanese-ass company, and those games are huge in Japan.
Well, the thing is, those games are huge, and they are thinly veiled microtransaction machines. So a lot of people are immediately like, well, am I going to have to pay for any of this horse shit? Like,
you'll have to.
Well, that's the thing, is like, in those games, you kind of have to.
Don't play Spirits.
Then again, we don't know the severity of how deep this goes.
I don't think it goes deep at all. I think it's going to be a lot like in Soul Calibur 2 when you had all the different weapons. You could just turn that off. Just don't use that mode.
I mean, if you don't want to play it, don't fucking play it.
Yeah.
You hope that's the case, and
I think I
have a feeling that will be the case. Because odds are, the only reason I'm buying Smash is to do competitive, like, versus mode. I probably won't ever really touch the World of Light.
I think the only legitimate gripe I've seen is somebody pointed out, I think it was on Games Daily, that there's no like tournament mode and something else for online.
Well, they stripped out like
for fun and for glory.
They stripped out the categorized ranked mode. So now, even though you have these filters and choices you can make,
which is awesome,
every game you play is technically a ranked game.
Right.
So even if you're just trying to bullshit with somebody and you lose, well, that affects your rank. So the people who took that seriously can't play casually now unless they're willing to just take a hit on their rank.
Yeah.
So that annoyed some of the fucking dorks that care about that.
Yeah, I don't care about it.
Yeah,
I do like the idea of the smash tag.
We need to find one of these fucking dorks to have on the show. That's what we really do. Because the three of us don't give a shit.
So the thing is like, if this had been me 10 years ago talking about Soul Calibur or Tekken, I would have been one of those dorks. Like, I would have been the guy asking, you know, Blizzard about, hey, is this going to be on the thing people give a fuck about?
The only problem...
I would have been the guy booing people at all times.
The only problem I see is I do prefer that the casual and ranked are split, only because when you go play ranked, it's like, I just got my ass stomped so hard. Casual, I have a chance.
Yeah, but if you suck, your rank's going to be at the bottom anyway.
That's
so
true.
You're going to be playing with other people who also suck.
That's true.
And they have, like, disconnect penalties.
Yeah.
For people that are trying to fuck it. Like, if you throw yourself off the mat without taking any damage,
right,
do that too many times, you're going to get a penalty.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Towards your ability to keep playing. Like, you'll get disconnected and timed out for a while. Like, they've got punishment modes in there. They prioritize region above all. The thing every fucking PUBG player wishes would happen. So yeah, like, unless you actively try to join somebody in another country, it's gonna say no by going by the default search criteria, and will prioritize, like, your ping to the other person, because any of this is all going to be peer-to-peer. It's not going to be hosted on servers, because
of course not,
because that doesn't necessarily improve your online multiplayer experience for a fighter like that. Like, that might help for, like, you know, 2-on-2s or 4-man rumbles, but, like, the 1-on-1 smash, most of the people are going to give a fuck about.
And they also have
peer-to-peer is the best part.
I forgot about the Elite Smash. Once you get your rank high enough, you just play with the Elite Smash.
Yeah, they have the smash tags.
Yeah, that's cool.
Where that works like fucking the dog tags from Battlefield. Like in Battlefield, when you stealth kill somebody, take their dog tags.
That's
I was wondering what that was.
If you beat somebody, you've now got a placard of all the names of people you've beat. So you can, like, display, like, somebody, like, say you ran into a guy who's a pro player and you happen to win a round against him. Now you have his smash tag you showed everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can turn those in for gold.
There's all sorts of weird, like, in-game systems with the Smash World stuff. They've got, like, a in-game, like, social media platform that's going to launch next year.
Why? That's the stuff games don't need. I'm sorry.
Well, I would say that, about you just being able to upload, like, clips of a fight or anything, like, within the game to a service you can view within the game. And then I remembered that was the best fucking part of Skate.
Well, okay, yeah, you got me there.
Like,
I agree
that was
with
the
you.
best thing, man. I was like, holy shit. Like, when you see, like, the random, like... So here's a deep cut. Like, the fucking Street Fighter Alpha 3, Daigo as Chun-Li, or no, as Ken blocking all the Chun-Li kicks from an Evo years ago. You just see this man who's an absolute savage, one hit, away from death, and he blocks his fucking super from the Chun-Li, and manually he has to hit back and guard and down and guard, depending on the height of the kick, to block literally like 14 attacks, and then he salvages it and wins that round. You see everybody in the crowd stand up, lose their fucking shit. It's the hypest moment you'll ever see from a fighting game. There's like shit like that I want to see just pop up that becomes viral within that thing.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this guy just air controlled all the way off the map, down B, dodged the guy's like final smash, and then uppercutted him off the map and won the round. Like, like, I've seen some crazy shit from like Smash tournaments that if you're not actively like broadcasting this thing, like, that'd be interesting, because I think it prioritizes your friends list. It shows you stuff like your buddies did, but I think you can go to like popular or whatever. But again, that stuff doesn't come out till next year with an update. That's not going to be there at launch.
Oh, okay.
And the other thing was Incineroar, which is pretty cool. My main from Pokemon.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty happy with that.
I didn't know what Incineroar was. Like, is he like?
He's
what is his base?
He's the Charizard basically of.
Yeah, he's the final evolution of the
Yeah.
Fire starter for Gen 7.
Yeah, I knew he was like one of the final evolutions for one of the gens. I just didn't know what he came from, as far as like which generation.
Is he like
7,
really
the
popular?
one.
Yeah, like
he's big in the
anime
video game championships and all kind of stuff. A lot of people use him.
I mean, there's plenty they can pull from for Pokemon as far as fighting.
He's on the official like Ash roster right now in the anime too.
Okay, so that's probably what it is.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, he is.
Okay.
But he's also like a dope, unique looking
Sure.
Pokemon
No,
with a
absolutely.
personality. Like he fucking fits. Like
I like that he poses after every attack.
I just love that he's just like, like he just fucking grunts because he's like a dog character.
He's a
You know,
cat,
like-
but
Oh, he's a cat. Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
he's definitely a cat.
So they also go ahead.
I just like, as someone who kind of doesn't care about Pokemon anymore, I was looking at him as like, fuck, dude, I kind of want to play that guy. Like
He looks
his
like fun.
moves actually look dope. Like
Yeah.
like his little like off the turnbuckle like move. Like if you fuck it up, it hurts you, but if you do it right, you do it stronger. Like
Yeah.
like there's a high risk reward for that character, and I like that style.
Yeah,
And I
he
like
looks
the
a lot
dumb
of fun.
poses. And the
They also
like he just
announced-
looks like a fucking idiot Muppet. I love it.
They also announced that we're gonna get 5 DLC characters, $5.99 each, or $25 for the Fighter Pass.
That's the current expected price. That's not finalized, but that's probably going to be right.
You sure?
Yeah,
Like
I
they
don't see
say,
it changing.
It
they
says-
currently
Okay.
see it as being $5.99. Look, that was directly stated in that that's the expected price, but it may change at final release.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, it's on the. I'm looking at the official Nintendo website, so it should. Yeah, that sounds about right though. It should stay that way.
But yeah,
Is it-
like each one of those packs, you get one fighter, one stage,
Yeah.
and all the associated
songs.
soundtracks for that character. Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good DLC set, considering there's. Fuck, how many characters are in the game now?
There's 72?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
72
thinking.
right now. 73 when PD comes out.
Oh my god, I can't wait for that. By the way, that
And
looks like
then
a lot of fun.
the
that
5
his
hero
name?
make it 78.
That's-
His Piranha
that's his-
Plant.
Yeah.
PD Piranha is the name of the giant one that was apparently in Subspace Emissary on an old
Oh.
Smash.
Yeah, people are also mad about the Piranha Plant.
Oh, people are furious about the
Yeah,
Piranha.
because people were mad, like, hey, that could have been Isaac, that could have been Shadow,
That could have been Waluigi.
that could have been
You know what?
Waluigi.
You know what? You know what else it could have been? Piranha Plant.
Dude, I was pretty happy about the whole Piranha
My
Plant
boss
thing.
was looking at me because I was watching the director work. I was laughing. I was like, "Is this a character? I don't understand what this is." Like,
I mean,
it's
just
so
the-
goofy.
Even from like a gameplay standpoint, his range is incredible.
Yeah, he looks like
He
fun
can
to
hit you from
me.
across the map, yeah.
But the
Like,
thing is, Sakurai and his team don't fuck around. They fuck around a lot. Don't.
They make video games.
Like,
they fuck around.
when they fuck around, they take it obnoxiously seriously.
Like, I don't think. Are there any characters in Smash that play like shit?
No.
Pichu is legendarily bad.
Is it
They
really?
brought him back because, you know, they're bringing everybody back. So Pichu has moves where they hurt you too
Oh yeah.
I didn't know
because
that.
he doesn't have control of his electricity in the Pokemon lore.
Okay.
So he's objectively trash
Right. But yeah, I'm
in
sure.
the game he
I
came
know.
from.
I'm sure the Piranha Plant's gonna be a good character as long as like. They're not just okay. Not as long as it's not like fucking all the characters in Soul Calibur, all those extra dudes that are just fucking terrible. I don't want that stuff in my Smash. I don't want that in any of my fighting games. But
all
as
the,
long
all
as
the
it's
people
not
from
that.
Soul Calibur that aren't Link.
That aren't what?
That aren't Link.
Oh fuck off. No, there's always like I hesitate to say Lizard Man, because Lizard Man's actually fucking good.
Lizard Man was a secret character in the arcade version.
It's all
that then came to the home versions.
It's all the jobbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
It's like Panda and Kuma from fucking Tekken. Like, yeah, there are people... Like, those guys became so popular that they became not jobbers.
Right.
And they became, like, part of the meta of the competitive scene. But when you first saw them, you're like...
There was
shit,
like
the fucking kangaroo and the lizard thing. And then there's Panda and Kuma, and they both sucked.
Yeah, as long as he's not one of those, and I'm sure he won't be, because, like I said, they don't fuck around with their characters. He's going to be a legit character.
Yeah, Sakurai keeps himself looking like an Auschwitz victim from the stress of keeping these things absolutely serious. Like, Sakurai literally hospitalized himself for, like, I want to say Brawl. Like that guy put himself in the hospital with fucking stomach ulcers or some shit because he takes that shit so fucking seriously.
Yeah.
Auschwitz victim. God, it's dangerous to have you on this podcast sometimes.
Well, look at him. Like he is fucking skinny. He always wears baggy shirts. Tied to the fact that he looks like fucking olive oil from Popeye. Fuck. He looks like a fucking stick figure person without that shirt.
So, are you guys excited about Smash?
Oh, yeah.
I want to also mention Piranha Plant has little feet sticking out the bottom of his pot.
That's adorable.
Yep.
Oh, and like, I love that Sakurai is just showing, like, so the trailer for the World of Light, the adventure mode that they showed at the end of the direct. You know, like that was nepotism in action. So Sakurai makes his son Kirby like the only person that escapes the fucking purge, and now, like, allegedly from the trailers, the hero is gonna have to go save everybody.
What about his son being Kirby? What?
So Sakurai created Kirby.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, Sakurai started at HAL Labs, the company that makes all the Kirby games. So yeah, he's like the original character designer, I want to say, and like game director of the first Kirby.
But you know what? As much as Sakurai is in the spotlight, I'm okay with that. That makes sense narratively with this overall fucking IRL and Smash bullshit.
Well, to be fair, like, legitimately, power-wise, Kirby would be the strongest person
Sure,
there.
absolutely. Don't fuck with
because
Kirby.
He can just take anybody else's powers.
He's also,
and he can teleport through time and dimensions.
Kirby, like, he may be adorable, but he is powerful.
Kirby will fuck your shit up and then eat your family. Like, Kirby's a savage.
You're not wrong. Yeah, I mean, he looks silly, but, you know, keep in mind, this is the fucking Nintendo universe.
Also, I need to, you know, I need to fill out a petition. I'm going to try to get people to sign that Nintendo needs to publicly admit adding lyrics to the Smash Bros. Theme was a fucking mistake.
That was weird.
That was very weird.
Like, I almost pulled, like, the earbud out of my ear at work, like, in, like, disgust as soon as I heard, like, fucking bad, like, anime song lyrics translated into English, then
not only that, it sounded like somebody who was listening to and going like, da da da, I'm making up lyrics now.
So that's also kind of oddly like the sheer genius of Jump Up Superstar from Super Mario Odyssey, is that they translated the actual song from the Japanese version. It was stupid. So then they had to have somebody like rewrite an entire song to that theme to be the English version we know.
Huh.
So this one just looks like, the way that sounds is literally they just kind of translated it and then like mouth flap, like anime dubbing, like shoehorned as much as they could to get it to fit and sound exactly like they're just humming to the tune.
Yeah, I didn't understand the whole lyrics thing. Yeah, I like that.
I was repulsed by that immediately. I was like, I'm not buying this game now.
My comment was, they think they're Kingdom Hearts.
It was like, as soon as Kirby's flying around his disc and the fucking lyrics kick in, it's like, oh no, we anime now, boys.
Yeah, I think I actually like that the Kirby and Sakurai connection. Yeah. I like that a lot, considering this is hopefully probably going to be his last game.
Nope,
I hope so for his health. This is the last Smash game he ever touches.
Yeah. For his own sake.
Go make some fun Kirby games again, man.
Go make Skate 4.
Bob at this point is just so desperate for Skate 4. He's like, Sakurai, will you make it? What?
It was like that just hurt my heart hearing the word Skate 4 out loud. I was like, I'll never have it, and I
maybe one day.
I cry every time.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm excited about Smash. The product plan's not part of the 5, right?
No, he's
a free thing you get for buying the game within like the first month or something.
You have until January 31st of next year to redeem, to register your copy of Smash through My Nintendo, and then you get PD.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully I'll have it before then. So,
yeah, I mean, that's a 2-month window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing we're going to talk about today is some news that came out about Rainbow Six Siege. And there's a lot of people very upset. And I personally don't feel like it's a big deal. As usual. But I think you guys have different opinions, huh?
So, just brief overhead. I'll run. Ubisoft has had a long-standing deal with a lot of the Chinese organizations. They have a partial part of the deal of when they got Vivendi to get off their ass, and they bought back all their shares from Vivendi. Tencent also bought a big chunk of that.
Right.
So now Tencent, being a big Chinese company, has like, I want to say like a 5% ownership of Ubisoft or whatever. Anyway, so Ubisoft also has, I want to say 2 studios in China. I believe there's a Ubisoft Shanghai and a Ubisoft Hong Kong. There may be another one. So they've had long-term development studios happening. They've had a long situation of releasing games in China and having development there. So they got the go-ahead finally to expand to be able to release Siege into the Chinese and Asian markets, because currently, you know, China has had that long temporary like phase out of approving licenses for new games to be released, which kind of, you know, tanked so much of Tencent stock, and it's, you know, like this really giant cause for concern that no one talks about in the video game industry as much as they probably should.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to conform to the rules of releasing this game in China, they've got to remove basically all levels of like adult violence, all drug references, like all of this basic stuff that's been in this game since, you know, 2015 when this game launched. And so there's a lot of the people that are immediately mad that, you know, hey, these things that have no reason to change are now being changed for our region because you're going along to the oppressive rules of a government we don't agree with, that does horrible things to their people in their country and has shit practices all over. So that's kind of one of the arguments there. There's also the argument that, hey, Ubisoft is compromising the entire game design they built to make money. So it's like, hey, these characters that have this lore about being, you know, drug cartel police officers breaking up crime syndicates, blood splattering when people get shot, that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't see any blood spray when you shoot somebody. There'll be no blood on the ground. There'll be no indications of like they showed the melee icon of the knife is now just a fist. There's skulls, textures on the walls. Like there's a biker gang club that's been a map since the launch of the game, and part of the biker gang logo is skulls. Now they're this weird, creepy face because they can't show skulls apparently, because that implies death and violence.
Yep.
Although it's okay to shoot people, you just can't show the real violence. I don't know. Like the Chinese laws are fucking stupid to begin with, and now Ubisoft is just like saying, hey, all this shit that mattered to us, that we did all this work to keep this fan base happy, to appeal to these people, you know, hey, we're just gonna, you know, slightly change all that, alienate all you guys that give a things, because we want that Chinese money, let alone the strong arguments of how anti-communist Tom Clancy, the guy who the fucking game is based around, like his books, his universe he created, that poor guy's dead. We're just going to go ahead and compromise our entire game for communists to make money. Like, it's weird. Like, there's so many layers of this problem of why people are mad, and people are mad for various reasons within that category. It's just most companies, they do make, you know, a Chinese market version of their game and release that to avoid this issue, and Ubisoft said, no, we don't want to spend the time and effort to make two versions. We're just going to fuck everybody else, the 20 plus million people that play our game on average every month. Hey, you guys have to adjust to what China wants.
Yeah, but I feel like
it wouldn't be a big deal if they would just give China their own server and be like, okay, here you go, have fun.
Well, no, it would still be a big deal for those people because, like I said, they've already fucked up the integrity of what the game was, as far as, you know, presentation, as far as lore within the world. People give a fuck about these characters. People cosplay as these characters all the time. They know these people's real names, their birthdays. They fucking know their backstories of Bandit, you know, fucking...
yeah, I mean, this is coming from someone who's never played it, so...
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, there's multiple layers to this problem, but also being a unified build gives people the concern about what we mentioned about PUBG. Is this also going to be a global release version?
That would be an issue. Yeah.
The changes they've made means, oh, hey, now anybody close enough to China is going to have to deal with the guaranteed problem of hackers being a much larger problem now in Siege than they've already been over the 3 years this game's been out. Like, now you just guarantee this is going to be a problem eternally.
Right.
Because I don't know if Ubisoft has made a statement as to whether or not this is going to be a region-specific version. They just don't want to do the textures again twice.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope it is going to be region-locked. But I think overall, it's not that big a deal. Like, get all your stuff you're saying about, you know, Tom Clancy being against communism, and it's just a weird place where these companies, they do have to make a lot of money. And that's kind of the whole goal of being in business. And that's the way I see it. In the business, they got to make money.
You can't make sleazy money.
I don't think it's that sleazy, though. Because it's either you make the changes, or the people in China don't get to play this.
Or you know, have one of the multiple... Ubisoft has like 30 studios, 40 studios. They have thousands and thousands of people they employ.
Right.
That aren't necessarily working on this game.
So there must be a reason why they want the core studio that works on Siege to continue to work on it and not let other people mess with it.
So part of the thing is, like, as someone who played solid for the first 6 months, went back every now and then after that point, but I have not been active recently.
I play it fairly regularly.
This doesn't, you know, affect me because my platform is PS4. Like, yeah, like, I'm going to be annoyed that these changes are happening cosmetically, but I don't have to worry about Chinese players because PS4 isn't legally sellable within China. I don't have to worry about that being a thing. But the other issue here is like, in different seasons, different iterations, different patches of this game, certain textures have broken, allowing people to clip through the wall and hide inside the geometry. Like, super early on, I would say it's console. There's like a car garage that has like a giant like white van. Mm-hmm. And for the longest time, early on in the history of Siege, you could put one of the riot shields on the ground next to the thing and vault over it at an angle, and you'd launch inside the van. So you could hide inside the van, not get shot, but shoot out. So it's kind of bullshit. Okay. So they've had to do retextures or remaps of a lot of things to fix, you know, geometry meshes between certain areas so that clipping like that couldn't happen in a lot of places. So, you know, potentially having to redo certain textures of certain maps repeatedly for 2 different regions would cause like a higher workflow. But at the end of the day, it's just cheaper and easier to make one unified version.
Right.
Because it requires less people to do the work. And
it
more
might not
profit
even be
potential.
that it's... Let's see, it might not be that. And there might be a legitimate... It might be the whole... They don't want things to get glitchy and messed up. They don't want to give their baby to another studio for them to fuck it up. You know, there may be legitimate concerns we just don't know about.
But then again,
sure
there's
a lot
also...
that we miss behind closed doors. You know, we get the announcement. We don't get all your...
And we should.
The meetings that take place behind this. Well, should we?
Well, especially in cases like this when people are mad. For Ubisoft to be like, hey, we're sorry, here's why.
But I think you hit the nail on the head for here's why. They want to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because regardless of the potential background stuff, even if any of that happens to be true, they still also benefit from the fact that this requires less people, less hours, less man hours, less pay, and a large market that is known to pay a lot of microtransactions.
Mm-hmm.
They have the alpha packs that are loot boxes. They sell those seasonally. They just had an event for Halloween, and guess what? I thought it was Bandit, but it might be Jaeger, one of the German operatives. Bandit's the guy who was a narcotics officer. Jaeger's the guy I think actually got the skin. Like, his helmet was like an old school, like World War I, like pilot helmet with a skull face.
Oh, that's cool.
So hey, that skull can't be in the game now. So there's cosmetics in the game already. I think they've made like minor statements on the subreddit responding to the massive hate and fucking multiple posts like saying, no, fuck this. Like, hey guys, I'm a Chinese guy, I'm sorry. Like, my government is stupid. I don't want this either. Or multiple guys who are veterans from multiple different countries, military services, saying, hey, there are people, you're now forcing a game involving operatives from multiple countries that have died fighting this exact regime. You're now kowtowing to a justice game to make money. Like you're shitting on a lot of things by doing this. Like I said, they've introduced politics to the people who care about these things into this game, which is going to make this a prolonged point of pain that people are not going to let this go.
Right.
And, you know, regardless of if, you know, this is a smart decision overall for the health of the game, as far as like unifying the platform, as far as the updates go, it's still going to make people mad because, hey, the thing I've had for 3 fucking years of my life is now different suddenly, so that China, you know, can be appeased and Ubisoft can make more money on the game they've already, you know, milked 3 years out of with $30 season passes each year.
I guess to me it's just like it's such a... But even wording it like that, like you're saying they're milking the game. Yes, so?
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Like,
okay,
their job is to make money.
Yeah.
It's their duty to the people that invested in their company to make money. I understand that it's a business. It's just every other business that is known to do this makes another version.
Yeah,
because
I mean, even for WoW, there's a completely separate version for China.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that makes me think that there must be a bigger reason. It might just be money, but it might just be something completely different.
Well, again, like I said, I mean, regardless of the scenarios, like, they benefit either way from this because they have to pay less people to work on this game, but now open it up to a market that is literally like
double at least
600 million adults that are known to pay for video game content.
Yeah. Like, it's a smart business move.
It's a smart business move. It's just literally shitting in the open mouths of all the fans that have supported this game up until this point that care about these things.
See, I don't think it's shitting. I think it's maybe farting. It's just, if no one had ever said anything, if they just did it and I played the next day, I would have never fucking noticed all these little things.
Well, no, like, you would have noticed immediately as soon as you shot somebody and didn't see blood. You're like, well, wait, did I shoot that guy? What happened? Like,
see, I don't know.
Like, That's a basic visual feedback thing that is now going to be removed from the game. Like, that was an immediate, oh, hey, I got a few tags on him before he got back in the cover. I know I at least hit him twice. I saw 2 different sprays. Like, there's like, raw...
So
like,
that's about the only argument that you can make that's a good argument, in my opinion. Is the blood.
But, yeah. Because you won't see blood hit walls on the outside, and you also won't see blood trails when people are down and crawling away. You won't see blood when you're shooting people and getting that visual feedback. Like, that's gonna
affect people's gameplay.
That absolutely will affect it, and that's a problem.
Like that's the thing, is like that. Like, this is a compromise for the entire creative vision as to the original intent of this game existing, for the sake of making money. And, like, you know, artistically, that's a fucking giant pile of shit people should be mad about. But again, this is, you know, the thing I always talk about is, like, I don't like fans of things. It's like, hey, just don't play this game, move on with your life. Don't feed money into this machine that has decided to treat you poorly. And I mean, this is going to be one of those things where I just highly recommend people vote with their wallet, because at the end of the day, I'm, you know, more in the camp of Ubisoft. Like, hey, this is our fucking thing. We're gonna do whatever the fuck we want to it. You move on. Like, hey, this isn't for you anymore.
By the way, they said that it will be region locked.
Yeah, there's info. They've been responding as fast as they can in the official Rainbow Six subreddit. They've had good community outreach through that subreddit, because, you know, at launch they advertised that subreddit in the game's menus, so they've been there since the start. But yeah, this was just a giant fucking pile of shit they didn't need to step into. It's from all accounts of what it looks like visually on the outside.
Yeah, I wonder if the blood wasn't part of it, would it still be a big deal? Because in that case, I don't think it is.
Well, again, now that limits all of the potential cosmetics going forward for the game.
Yeah, and I guess I just don't care about cosmetics.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a big part. I mean, that's like the primary form of monetization for this game.
Right.
They practically fucking give this game away these days. Like, it's on sale with the season passes included all the time. They've got the starter pack version that's like $15.
Yeah, if you just can't put skeletons, and I just read that it's superstition, it's images of superstition that are illegal in China, or not allowed, whatever.
Yeah,
there's still plenty of shit you can put in there.
There's a fair amount of shit, but then again, it comes across the point of, like, an operator. Her name's Caveira. Her fucking face paint is a skull. Her name means skull in Portuguese. Like, the community calls her Spooky Bitch. Because she literally stealths around and creeps. That's like her powers.
So are they going to change her name?
That's the thing. Like, there's been a lot of memes already of people putting her in, like, clown makeup. And, like, her logo has a knife in it. So they're going to have to change the logo.
I'd be surprised if they just don't put that character in.
Well, so apparently, and I'm reading this from Kotaku, the site Tech in Asia points out that skeletons are not banned in China, but rather images that promote superstition. The movie Coco, notably full of skeletons, was allowed in China. So most of that stuff probably won't change.
Yeah, but they've already shown that a fair amount of it is.
Well, all they've shown was that one image.
Well, they've shown the skull in the kill feed, and the skull on the biker logo. They have yet to do, like, full, like, walkthrough side by side. There's going to be that video for every map very soon once this update hits their test servers. Because much like Overwatch, they have test servers too for Rainbow Six.
I don't see this doing a whole lot to the game. I think there's going to be some people who get mad, but they're going to come back to the game because people love this game and are hooked on it. So,
I guess time will tell.
Yeah, this would be something to keep an eye on. Just because, man, there's a lot of valid hate from a lot of people today, and I have a strong feeling with the competition in the market, there's probably going to be a lot of people that don't come back.
Yeah, it could be. And then there's a lot of valid hate, and then there's a lot of people who want Waluigi in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Fuck off, those people.
Well, it's like, at least in the case of Waluigi and Smash, like 85% of the work is already done because they have Luigi. They had to do a lot of work to fucking Chinese up this game. But now they don't have to do the extra work going forward. Like, they just had to yank the Band-Aid once, and now
what makes me wonder is what's going to happen after this. Are they going to cater to the Chinese audience?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the... So, the thing is, I mean, this game's been out for 3 goddamn years.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how much of that market that's still dedicated are actively monetizing this game? How many of these people are still actively paying in to this game that aren't just logging in and playing with their buddies every now and then?
Probably a lot.
Because you're going to have all these people join at once. It's going to be a huge influx of money.
It's going to be an audience that is known to spend a lot of repeat dollars in microtransactions.
Exactly, and they're going to cater to the audience that spends more money.
Yeah, they might. We'll see.
I don't know.
Tune in next time, the Future Gamers podcast.
Yeah, that's the only like positive thing out of this. If they've made the statement that this is region locked.
Yeah.
Because one, not even just like the cheaters, just the experience of there being a guy suddenly in your game that has a 300 ping.
Yeah, that needs to be region locked.
Yeah.
Which is why
also in-game communication, like, hey, I can't speak to this person. He's typing letters in the in-game chat and, you know, in Mandarin, and I'm typing in English. Like I don't know what that is. Is that a bird inside a dollar store? Like, what is that symbol? I don't know what that means.
Okay, so I just want to point out, it does say they're removing blood splatters from the walls. I don't know
like any of the blood trails, and I do believe it states that there is going to be the actual blood feedback, because none of the other shooters I can think of that have a Chinese release allow the blood splatters either, because the blood splatters are not in CS:GO anymore because of the Chinese release.
I'll have to look into it. If they just remove the blood splatters but not actually blood, the blood is important. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, there's just people basically saying the same thing. If they're removing the blood splatters, are they removing, yeah.
Because, I mean, like I said, that was a very handy tool. Like, if you knock somebody down, the fucking blood trail, if you try to crawl away, it's like, alright, where'd this little fucker go? Oh, wait, there's just a fucking slug trail of death.
Wow, 8 months ago on the Rainbow Six subreddit, some guy asked for blood splatters to be removed.
Guess he got his wish.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. If they just remove the blood splatters from the wall, that's whatever.
I don't think that would. Yeah, like I don't think that would be a big deal. But taking the blood splatter from the person away, where it would end up affecting your gameplay.
Yeah, that's annoying.
That to me, that's more than annoying.
That's a giant problem. Like, hey, the primary instantaneous visual feedback of me hitting this guy is gone now.
Right.
And that's a big deal.
So we're just kind of circling around on this conversation. Do you guys have anything? Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's one of those things I'm gonna definitely keep an eye out.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out for sure.
I play Siege pretty regularly, at least once or twice a week, so it'll be easy for me to keep an eye on.
Like, that's the one subreddit for a game I stopped playing that I have yet to, unsubscribe from, because that's how much I still care about Siege, and I actively, like, evangelize for that game. People that haven't played is like, hey, go try it. Like, it's
go try it,
all the time.
I don't have a desire to.
And then, now it's like, oh, Jesus, everyone I know is fucking immediately pissed now.
It's all because of you.
Right, is there any other news, anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap this up?
I kind of wanted to share a fun little anecdote before we left.
Oh,
No.
God. I say share it.
So, the other day, I was actively just sitting down at my house. It's like
I was
8:30.
actively sitting down.
Yes. Like, it is a choice. Like, there are times where you're just, like, lazily sitting down, but I am, like, fucking, God damn it, I am in this chair right now. I am committed to this posture and this state of relaxation. But, so, ever since, you know, I've got, you know, the capture card to record stuff and look at things.
That train is on our end. You're not about to be ran over by a train if you're listening in a car.
Maybe.
Or, oh my god, I just remembered the intro to the movie Fried Green Tomatoes.
Keep going, troll, with your story.
Anyway, like, that's a dumb opening to a movie that has Kathy Bates naked and wrapped in saran wrap.
Keep going with your story, not that.
You know, like Kathy Bates, womanly figure.
What is wrong with you?
But anyway, so a lot of times if I'm about to start playing a game, I'll open up OBS and I'll just mute it in the background, and so it's ready for me to just flip over and see, hey, did I start the game? Did I get past the opening loading screens, whatever. So I had the volume turned off and I had Fortnite open because I was about to jump in and run through like the daily challenges. But I am both impulsive yet not non-committal. So I said, hey, it's 8:30 in the morning. You know what I should do? Jerk off.
What the fuck?
So I am sitting down, actively, mind you. And I'm clicking through, you know, various websites of, you know, ill repute, trying to find that one thing that'll, you know, lead me to a happy conclusion. And now I am mid-stroke. It is steady, but it's not vigorous. I have not committed yet to the act of finishing. And then all of a sudden, as I'm thinking about, oh, hey, this might be the thing, I have, you know, I have the deed going on. All of a sudden, in my headphones, I hear, "This one's for you, boy." Because Bob randomly, at 8:30 in the morning, 9:30 his time, realized he had never followed me on Twitch, and since I have OBS open, it's pulling my Streamlabs alerts up. And it is my greatest shame to this day, at 32 years of age, that I was not mid-ejaculation at this moment. That I was not sitting there arcing one outwards vigorously and just like mid-stroke, "This one's for you." My greatest shame. I will never live this down. I apologize to everyone.
And there you have it.
I think I broke Jacob.
I am actively shaking my head.
Like I said, I was immediately like surprised. I was like, "Wait, what the fuck was that?" And then I realized what it was, and then I'm giggling with my penis in my hand. And I'm like, I click over to OBS, and like, it says, "Blackbeard Bob followed you on Twitch." I'm like, "God damn it, Bob! Like, how'd you know?" And then I was immediately disappointed with myself.
That is a great band name, Giggling with My Penis in My Hand.
No, that's a terrible.
That's the opening song on their third album.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for listening to the FewTrueGamers podcast. Thank you so much for that story we had to have, Troll. Where can they find you, Troll?
You know, just look up old Trollbeard with the underscore. You'll find me most places I'm doing anything, but predominantly if I'm playing a game.